Okay, before we get in, does anyone need to see something? Beautiful new screen. It is. And I apologize, I'm going to be kind of like wolfing down food while we're doing this, because I planned out my morning poorly. Y'all just want to get into it, don't you? Alright. You want to see the ogres? We'll try and get some ogres. We'll get some ogres fast. Let's do very hard and hard today with a very hard chaos invasion. What do I think of the 10% stackable faction-wide Arc Lector agent success chance? It's probably a little much. They should probably change it to like a local buff. Did all those characters really get changed? Flowskin, yes. I have a video about it. You can go watch it right now. Let's begin. No rune golems? No rune golems. It's okay. Dude, the dwarves, by reckoning, the dwarves should not have gotten anything. The fact that the dwarves got a new legendary lord and a full rework after they've already gotten a full rework, come on. Come on. You have no reason to be upset if you're a dwarf fan. Does Malagor fly now? I don't know. We'll have to look. And there's no rule stating that the dwarves can't get DLC in the future. I will be advocating for it heavily. Do the Beastmen side with Chaos during the invasion event? I have no idea. That's a great question. What do I think of the new unique skills for the Beastmen Legendary Lord? 2 thumbs up. Do I think Thorek should have had his Emmy start in the spine since he can confederate Azul? No. That would have sucked, honestly. I think where he is great. I think where he is great. Razor Dragon Tail, thanks so much for the sub. Godzilla! Thank you for the huge tip, $105. You want to give people the DLC. I suppose we could do some giveaways. We will I will figure that out between today's morning stream and the afternoon stream, and we will give away a whole bunch of copies of the new DLC. How about that? During the afternoon stream. Do I need you? Not at this moment. Alright. Y'all ready? Are you ready? Let's get this party started. Oh, yes, the new auto-resolve. Thank you. So this is the new auto-resolve. Real quick, everyone pay attention. So the new auto-resolve, it's no longer a meter. It just tells you what's going to happen. This is literally what's going to happen. It's not a question. This is guaranteed what will happen. It'll tell you you're going to get a close victory. You're going to have low casualties. When you mouse over the auto-resolve, it doesn't show it right here because I'm not going to lose any units. When you mouse over it, any units that are going to die will flash in red. So any units, so it will tell you if you're going to lose any units. It's just straight out going to tell you. There's no more like pussyfooting around it. Am I allowed to talk about what the dwarf update is? I can talk about everything in the free LC. I cannot talk about the DLC. I cannot show you guys anything from the DLC. Malagor gets a Manticore? Yeah, he needs it. Because, you know, he flies now. Check it out! He's got wings! Doesn't it just stir your loins? Isn't it beautiful? He's all spooky looking. Malagor flies. Are they buffing the dwarves so they have excuse for another Skaven DLC? I don't think so. Can he land? Not manually. I hope that's something they're able to implement in Warhammer 3, but that's not a system. Where should Malagor start according to the lore? Wherever he wants, really. I mean, the Beastmen starting positions, I understand why CA put them where they did. I'm not personally a huge fan. I would have much preferred them to be closer to where you'd expect them to be. CA instead wanted to put them places other than that so that you would head towards where you're supposed to be and be leveled up when you got there. But, you know, whatever. Alright, let's get to it. Look at this speedy boy! I don't give a shit if some of my units die. Hold on. Look at him go! He can fly! Malagor is actually one of the fastest flyers in the game. He's not the fastest, but he is very, very fast. Y'all ready to watch something hilarious? Look at his charge animation. He's coming in for the dunk! He's coming in for the dunk! Boo! Alright, you kids have fun. Into them! Another change, they actually... Oh, look! Malagor's actually got assorted spells now. Malagor no longer has the lore of beasts. Or, sorry, the lore of the wild. He now has a mixed lore. So he's got some stuff from the lore of the wild, some stuff from the lore of shadows, some stuff from the lore of beasts. Malagor is actually a really, really nasty wizard now. Give him the dunk! Give him the dunk! His flying is a tiny bit wonky, but I imagine that'll get better with time. So, man, there's a lot of stuff to talk about, guys. They also fixed all the unit card art. Ooh, Malagor might actually be in trouble. Help! Help, 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 help. Oh god, I don't have all my buffs yet! Manticore, save me! Does Malagor fly dumb? No, he flies smart. Can we see Great Bray Shamans? Yes. Thank you. Okay, go be a good boy and help my harpies. Thoric's card looked rough. Well, all the legendary lords are just like their face art. But they added in new unit art for the Wood Elves, the Skaven. Pretty much when everyone was like, wow, unit cards really suck now, they went back and redid them all. Ogres, please? I'm working on it! Give me a second! I know you're excited. I can only move so fast. What can you ask questions about today? Everything. As long as it's related to the FLC. I cannot talk about the DLC. Can't wait to see the fixed unit cards. We will show those off once everybody calms down a little bit from the Beastmen. Also, I am trying to keep up. Okay. Any Lizardmen FLC changes? No. The Lizardmen got some really cool stuff in the DLC. They did not get anything of note for free LC. There is one new region on the map. It's in Nagaroth. It's not super exciting. It's just where Oxyodel starts. Lizardmen got shafted. At least they got something. I will say, well, I'm not allowed. Okay, so we gotta talk about Beastmen. Let's focus. We can talk about Lizardmen on the DLC day. I don't really want to go big on the Lizardmen because I don't think it's fair to discuss them without talking about the DLC, but I can't talk about the DLC. Metal, thanks so much for renewing your sub, my dude. Appreciate it. So, we're gonna raise a Herdstone, chat. We're gonna raise a Herdstone. So now, Beastmen can make settlements. But their settlements are not real settlements, they're Herdstones. So what you can do now is you can raise a Herdstone, which as you evolve and power up, you actually upgrade your Herdstone so that it has a bigger garrison, it lets you recruit new units, and it also can get more abilities and stuff. Will this be on YouTube later? Yes. So the once you build a Herdstone, you could then choose what kind of Herdstone you want. So, I, for instance, am going to go with this one. I'm going to do carrion offer. Actually, let's do shamanic challenges. So I'm going to build this. This one gives me plus 20 winds of magic in all regions adjacent to this one, which are all of the blood grounds, which we'll go over blood grounds in a second. But I'll just show you what they all do. They all give you a bigger garrison. If you build this Herdstone, it lowers enemy movement in the area. Has a chance to spawn plagues, so you can spawn plagues like at the end of the Norska campaign, and it also reduces vigor for all non-chaos factions. Rucking Pits is for if you know you're going to be doing a lot of sieges. Rucking Pits gives you extra siege towers, bonus ammunition, and then lowers the abilities of enemy towers. So enemy towers and sieges shoot less and deal less damage. Shamanic Challenges gives you more winds of magic, gives you more dread faction-wide, which we'll talk about dread in a second, and also provides you line of sight. And then Carrion Offerings increases recruitment, casualty replenishment, and chaos corruption. And then all of these give you unique additions. Actually, I'm going to start with that one, to your garrison. As you can see, Herdstones have very large garrisons. They start off tiny. You know, this is, I mean, it's larger than a normal settlement, but they're fairly small. But as you can see, if I go up to like tier 5, look at that garrison. 3 Bestigors, 2 Centaurs, 4 Gors, 2 Minotaurs, 2 Giants, 2 Ungor Raiders, and that's in addition to the regular Herdstone buildings as well. How do you confederate the other Beastmen? Allow me to show you. So this is the new Dread menu. So something cool about Beastmen you may not have noticed is that Beastmen are free. There's no recruitment cost. There's no upkeep cost. Everything is free. So look, I can just buy that. It doesn't cost me any money. It doesn't cost me any upkeep. Let's also get one of those, 2 of those. Let's do. So Beastmen are kind of like Tomb Kings, but where Tomb Kings increase their unit caps by buildings, instead the Beastmen do Dread. So Dread is what you earn by performing rituals. So you'll notice that a lot of these settlements have these numbers over them now, and they have these little markers which mark them as blood grounds. So I just created a Herdstone at the floating village, and because I created it there, every adjacent region is now a blood ground. And it's telling me, hey, if you raise these regions, this number gets added to this number. And once this number reaches a certain point, I can perform a ritual, and that's going to fill up this meter at the top, which allows me to upgrade. It grants me certain upgrades and also gets me to the end of the campaign, the final battle. So your goal is to create Herdstones, raise everything around the Herdstone while protecting it, and then perform the ritual. So once you have Dread, which you unlock Dread by fighting and performing rituals and all this stuff, here's what you could do with Dread. The first thing you could do is that you can increase your unit caps. So you say, oh man, I really like having harpies. I want more harpies. You could spend 250 Dread to increase the cap by 1. And it gets exponentially higher. Lords and Heroes, you can automatically confederate any of the other Beastmen characters, except Tarax. I'm not going to do Tarax, I can't. I'm not allowed to show him today. But I could as soon as I have 1200, I can instantly recruit and confederate Kazrak the One-Eye and Morgur the Shadowgave. No muss, no fuss. Also, I can recruit the new hero types. Can't show the Wargore today. But I can recruit more Gorbals and Bray Shamans. This is the upgrade tree. So this allows you to get higher quality and higher tier Herdstones, as well as other bonuses like all heroes and lords recruited are at rank 5 minimum, rank 10 minimum, rank 15 minimum. Hordes start at level 2. Hordes start at level 2 with a building constructed. Hordes start at level 2 with 2 buildings constructed. You get extra army capacities. And then items. These are items you can buy an infinite number of times. So you could just be like, you know what? I really want the mutated Gorgon hide item. Spend gold on it. This is where you're going to spend a lot of your gold. So for those, I know people are like, what the hell do you spend gold on now? Gold is still very valuable, or favor. Favor you still use to build buildings, which the Beastmen tree has been reworked. So now you have the like the melee tree, or you have the like the basic infantry tree for Ungors, Gors, and Bestigors. You have the den, which is monstrous critters. You also have Scorched Plains, which is for chariots and Centigors. The Fire Pit, which is for Minotaurs, and the Giant Slayer, which is for the Cygor and the Giant. You could probably figure out where some of the DLC stuff is. And then this, there's the Immolation, there's the Wizard Tree, which gives you Winds of Magic, and Shatterstone, which lets you explode walls. Heads on Spikes, which we're actually going to get now, which lets me get more Dread per turn. The Mound of Blades, which gives you Touched by the Moon, which is a army ability where you pick a unit and they get really, really powerful, but when and unbreakable, but when the timer runs out, they die. So it's good for if you have expendable units in your army. And then the Pile of Flesh, which the Pile of Flesh lets you just click on an enemy unit in a group, and that unit just loses 50% of their ammunition. Does the moon mechanic still exist? Yes. And it's better now. So let's take a look at Malagor's new skill tree. So Malagor has a brand new lore of magic. He has his own unique lore of magic. His spells now are Flock of Doom, Enfeebling Foe, Penumbral Pendulum, Doom and Darkness, Mantle of Gorok, Savage Dominion, and then he gets Greater Arcane Conduit, because why not? Malagor's a badass. And then for his passives, he's got Magical Reserves, and then he's got the passive for Lore of the Wild Beast, Death, and Shadow. And then he's got the Doom of Mankind for super duper cheap spells. You've also got your personal tree. Something wicked this way comes is minus leadership, but if you upgrade it, it removes immune to psychology. Hey, BP Day, thanks so much for the tip, my dude. So something wicked this way comes when you upgrade, removes immune to psych. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Unholy Power gives you lots of magic. Crowfather gives you more harpies, speed, and missile resistance. Portents of Doom makes you cause terror and lowers public order. Nightmarish Cabal makes Bray Shaman's faction wide a lot better. And then Mantle of Crows. So check this out. If Malagor is in close combat and he has this skill, he has a permanent Flock of Doom. You don't even cast it. He just has Flock of Doom around him as a permanent passive when he's in close combat. Did anything change for the Lizardmen? No. I can't really talk about the Lizardmen until the DLC days. So you're going to have to forgive me on that. Also, check out the new tech tree. So the tech tree, which are now called challenges, it's not a normal tech tree. To get the techs for the Beastmen, you have to perform certain you have to perform certain acts. And where you perform acts, you unlock the relevant tech tree. So for Plight of the No-Horns, it said raise a Herdstone. So I raised a Herdstone. Now I can research this and all of its accompanying techs. But check these out. The Horns of War. If I win a battle with at least 4 heroes in my army, I can buy the Horns of War, which gives all lords and heroes Guardian, faction-wide. The Strong Survive. Have 3 characters reach rank 15. I get bonus Dread for the rest of the campaign. Messenger of the Brave. Perform 5 successful hostile agent actions. I get all these bonuses. Primal Fury. Kill or wound 5 faction leaders. Gives you Primal Fury upgraded for all units that have it. The Warhorde Ravages. Win 4 battles in a single turn. Get 10% campaign movement faction-wide. Kaden Unleashed. Summon 10 units across your campaign and you get more summons. Dominate the World. Create Herdstones in 3 different climates and you get better magic and less miscasts. Consume Order. Win a battle against enemies of 4 different cultures and you get better spells. Unnatural Order. Win 5 ambush battles. Empire of Beasts. Win 5 siege battles. Days of Wrath. Win 2 rituals. Yeah. Alright, so let's get into this campaign. Also, real quick, I want to note, a lot of people are like, Dwarfs. I will be playing Dwarfs today, okay? I'm going to play Malagor for the morning stream, and then I'm going to play Thoric Ironbrow in the afternoon stream. So, let's get into it. Yes, that is an excellent point to bring up. Has the Lore of the Wild been reworked? It's been changed slightly. Basically, the only spell that really changed was Devolve. Devolve no longer does damage. Instead, it lowers speed and melee attack, I think. I'm not a huge fan of the change, but it is what it is. What time is the afternoon stream? I will know when this stream ends. Will we get Goros Warhoof? Not this time. Maybe later. Should I watch the video first? If you want. I'm gonna upload this on YouTube later. Is there any Chaos God system for the Beastmen? Not really. Certain Beastmen characters, like Morgur, has the ability to get different buffs that represent each of the Dark Gods. So he has like a Nurgle buff, a Slash buff, and a Zinch buff. And then there may or may not be a Beastman character that's coming out who has a lot to do with Khorne. I cannot comment further. Alright. So, let's get into it. We got a lot of greenskins to kill. How long do I think the stream will go? Probably like 4 or 5 hours. That's probably not true. We'll probably try and keep it a little bit less than that, because I'm only allowed to stream so much. CA has a cap on me at some point. One second. They changed auto-resolve? Yeah, it's a lot nicer now. What's my favorite Beastman change? Oh, everything? I don't know, the campaign's actually fun now. Disco Viking, thanks so much for subbing with Prime. Really appreciate it, thank you. Malagor flying's pretty cool. Do I have a cap for Dawi? I have a cap for everything. I'm only allowed to stream so much of any FLC. So we will hit a point where I'm not allowed to show off Total War Warhammer content for a few days. And we are definitely going to hit that point. What am I munching on? Breakfast. It's really unhealthy, so I don't want to talk about it. Fly, Malagor, fly! Is there anything new with the Beastmen Legendary Lord unique items? I don't think so. Scourge was changed slightly. Kazrak had some changes, because they're always trying to make Kazrak good, and it's always difficult. Kill, 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 kill! I love how fast Malagor is. Look at him just outpacing that mana core. No, Malagor legit flies. Like, he is a legit flying unit. He's not like a sad whittle pseudo flyer. He's legit. And he also does a dunk when he attacks. Kaboom! Is Kazrak a better combatant now? Yeah. They made Scourge better, and I think they made the Dark Mail better? I don't know. The Dark Mail has changed, I think, every single patch. I don't remember what the Dark Mail did in the current live patch. Alright, I am not interested in fighting a war boss. Yeah, Malagor can actually get the hell out of battle really, really fast. Can Ariel fly? No. Ariel is exactly like she was. Going in for the dunk! Damn greenskins. His charge animation is very fast. Yes, Malagor is obscenely fast, actually. He's almost a little too fast sometimes. If you're watching him when he's running around on, he has a notably different ground speed from fly speed. But if he's chasing let's see if I can get it to happen. Sometimes when he's chasing a fleeing unit, he'll do something a little weird, where he will he'll basically land on the ground, and then he just runs really, really fast. See if he does it. Ah, he didn't do it. He bumped into that one asshole at the back. Up, up, get up. All right, there we go. Let's try again. I always hate when the AI is locked to that one guy at the back of the unit. Do I think Malagor will be more popular? Yeah, see, it's a little jank. it's a little jank. Malagor, it really seems like it should be coded where he just lands on the ground. Yeah, see, there he goes. He does a little Sonic the Hedgehog run. He literally can so when he's charging, there's sometimes he'll hit the ground and he hasn't quite made it into combat, so then he'll just be just running really, really fast. Can the Lord of Change fly now? To my understanding, Malagor is the only character that changed. Phil, Vlad buffs the Sylvanian mortal units in his army, but he does not increase how they can be recruited. Which is weird, but whatever. Did Beastmen get any new mounts? You can have Tuskor chariots on characters. I can't show that, but... I am using a mod. Just a heads up, guys. I am using a mod, so I have 2 skill points, but that's just because I like it. It's the only reason. It makes me feel good on the inside. It's Sonic the Hedgehog a Beastman? Obviously. I can get poison to a unit. Let's give it to... I don't have any particularly great units. I guess I'll put it on my Manticore. Or no, let's just put it on Malagor. That's fine. Okay, so here's a test of the auto-resolve. So if you look at the auto-resolve, when I mouse over it now, you'll notice that my Harpies and my Ungors are being marked in red. That means they're going to die. Guaranteed. So watch. So auto-resolve tells me you're gonna have a decisive victory and you're gonna have low casualties. I decide I'm okay with that. I click it. That's exactly what happened. So, it flat out tells you what's going to happen. There's no more guessing around it. Let's do kill captives, because I want to get my bestial rage. Alright, so my ritual is now available, because I've been winning battles, but I want to build up a big ritual. I want a big boy ritual. I don't want a little bitch ritual. I want a big boy ritual. Alright, let's go ahead and get... Let's get just all the spells. Does it tell you if your siege engine will die? Yes. It'll just tell you all the information you want to know. Can I recruit? Nope. Oh, so the new Bestial Rage. Bestial Rage no longer spawns a new army, because I think everyone realized that was stupid. So now what it does is your Bestial Rage gives you just a flat passive buff. So now, because I'm at the medium category, I'm amassing, I have +3 horde growth. When you're at max, you get some really nice buffs. And it just stays at max until you do something that makes you no longer at max. Alright, I've got some unit caps available. Not really interested. I could buy an item. Don't want to buy an item. Yes! Let's get the Battle-Scarred Ungor Raider for that 10% extra movement on the campaign map. Boop. Can you find a Skaven settlement to see if they add to the Herdstone score? They do. It might show up as 0 if you don't know it's a Skaven settlement, but once you get close, it is. Hey, Garnath Grimnath, thanks so much for continuing your sub, my dude. Okay, let's heal up in the floating village and get more dogs. All the dogs. Also, we got Plight of the No-Horns, which buffed our Ungors. So, check out, a lot of these techs are really good now. Raining Blood is just flat bonuses for Ungor Raiders. Worldbane is 10% weapon strength against dwarves and all elves and men. Born to Lead makes your characters a lot better, and on Cloven Hoof and Twisted Claws, a flat 5% speed buff for all units. I'm going to start with Raining Blood, because that is actually really good for early campaign. Have I played around with the ogres? Yes. Oh, here's the ogre icon, by the way. Recruit ogre mercenaries. Everyone in the game can recruit ogre mercenaries. Yes, I do personally believe that this guarantees that the ogre mercenaries are going to be the pre-order DLC. I think it's undeniable the ogre kingdoms are going to be the pre-order DLC, and this free DLC is basically being used to just introduce ogres into the game. Do I have a video that talks about Thorek? Yes. If you go to my YouTube channel, Loremaster of Sotek, I have a video with timestamps for all the FLC changes. Will they have Yetis? The Ogre Kingdoms? Yeah, absolutely. And they could be DLC, but they'll be in at some point. Alright, let's go take out Death Gorge. Hello! Ah, someone's raiding my blood grounds, and I can't see them. That's the only way you suffer negatives to your income, is if someone's raiding a blood ground. Legend thinks it's the complete opposite. I massively disagree with Legend. Massively. We will agree to disagree. Give me that Gorble. Oh, damn it, he spawned back at the village. Sigh. Okay. I'll go pick him up from daycare in a minute. Let's wipe out Death Gorge. What enables ogre recruitment? I'm trying to get it to spawn. It's random. It'll just show up. So, so these are the new things you can do to cities. Once you have a Herdstone, you cannot raise another Herdstone until you have a Herdstone shard. Which you get Herdstone shards by leveling up your overall meter in the campaign. And also, whenever you perform a ritual, you get a Herdstone shard back. But you can raise in advance, which raise in advance gives you 10% casualty replenishment and lets you get like a nice chunk of movement back so you can keep moving. Loot and raise gives you a lot of bestial rage, gives you a lot more money generally, and also gives you a small amount of bonus movement. Guys, hold on, I need to, sorry, someone needs my help. I will be right back. Entertain yourselves in whatever method you see fit for just a minute. Just a minute. Coming. I'm back. Sorry. There's a big storm outside, which hopefully won't knock out the power or anything. And I had to help move some cars in case there is hail. Alright, I have returned. Okay, let's do... this, and let's get cheaper flock to do. There's a long list of questions. Well, feel free to ask. Do I think the whole dwarf update missing the master engineer and gyrocop mounts that they will ever come? I'll say this: the dwarf engineering building has a top tier that currently doesn't do anything, which I find mysterious and interesting. I would not be surprised if dwarfs have a DLC in the future that hopefully greatly expands engineering and adds in like rune golems and flying things and all that jazz. The icons of vilification. Alright, let us... We're just gonna hustle around, because I want to try and find some ogres. And finding ogres is basically, whenever you destroy a settlement, there's a chance that ogres will show up. Shard dragons confirmed. There's no shard dragon, but technically you can get something close to a shard dragon. You can get a yoked Carnosaur if you're playing with Thoric. Dawi versus Chaos Dwarves DLC in the future? I could see it. Oh, so here's a moon event. Hey, check this out. When you do a moon event, there's no downsides. There's no downsides. It's just good stuff. Do I want bonus melee attack and weapon strength? Do I want bestial rage bonuses? Do I want fully replenished units? Or do I want campaign movement? What does yoked even mean? Yoked is in like, a yoke is something that you put around oxen to like control them. So I'm gonna take bonus movement. Give me on Cloven Hoof and Twisted Claw. And let's go visit... let's do this settlement next, because it's an easy one. Is there a lore reason for Thoric getting a Carnosaur? No, it's just for fun. Though it is definitely a callback to the Shard Dragon. Because the Shard Dragons are these giant, terrifying monsters that the dwarf rune lords of old forged runic collars for, that allows them to control them. Alright, so once again, showing off the auto-resolve. If I auto-resolve this, which I'm going to because we're hunting for ogres, then I will lose my 4 dogs, but nothing else. Click. Loot and raise. Metal, I stand by what I said. I'm fairly indifferent on it. I pick and choose my battles. I'll put it that way. Does that make sense? Like, if it were up to me personally, I probably would not have given the ogres to every race. But there's no, like, big lore reason. Because ogres are a true neutral race, right? Like, they are not... They don't really give a shit who they work with. So the idea of the ogres being used by other factions is not, like, unlore friendly. It simply just is. And it's not what I would have done, but maybe I was wrong. Do Beastmen heroes have new skill trees? Not really. I'll show you the, they changed, they slightly altered the gore bowl. So for the gore bowl, they've done this, which is different. So now when he hits level 10, you can pick one of these, and they drastically affect what kind of character he is. Strength of the Land, so it used to be you'd have to put 3 points in this, and then you'd get another ability on top of that. Now you can either have him grant armor, missile resistance to nearby buddies, melee attack to nearby buddies. You can make him a badass agent, so he has high success chance, high chance to wound people targeting him, minus enemy success chance, and plus 20%, 25% hero action chance. And then, or you can have him cause terror and make all minotaurs in your army cause terror. What is skill dump? That's a mod. Ignore that. Alright, next stop is one of these two. Let's check. Let's go to... I feel like Morgheim's going to be more defended, so let's go here. Oh, hello. The ritual is almost ready. I could perform it now, but I want to wait. I want to wait until it's as big as possible. No, it is not a mod that gives you extra XP. That is not what it is. It is a mod that gives lords 2 skill points when they level up. It's for me and the AI. I find it makes a better experience. You dare? Get stomped! Ooh, glittering scales. Put that on my Gorbel. Oop. How's that different? Because XP stands for experience points, my dude. That would mean that I would level faster, which is not what this is. Greater Arcane Conduit. Let's go. Am I going to ally with Cetra? No. I'm going to kill Cetra. I'm going to kill everybody. Malagor FLC. Valiant defeat. I disagree. How annoying can the AI Beastmen be now? They're not... They are... The AI Beastmen, to me, don't seem to understand how to do the Beastmen mechanics very well. They're kind of eh. Do Beastmen even have... Can Beastmen even have an ally that's not Chaos? I don't think so. I'll check for you in a moment. Alright, go die for me, be useful. Go have fun. Ugh. Ooh, dodge. Let's buff my mech core. Did they change upkeep per army? Yeah, Beastmen have no upkeep. Beastmen no longer have upkeep. That is not a thing. Is that a goblin with wings? Nah, it's Malagor. Just flying around, being cool. Chase this unit off. Have the generic Beast Lords changed? I believe slightly. We will check them out for sure. Is the 0 upkeep lore friendly? Yeah, I think so. Why do you need upkeep for Beastmen? What is taking so long, Giant? Knock down the damn gate already. Come on. Good grief. I can't summon my Cygor on the walls until they knock the door down. Lore-wise, is there anyone the ogres would not work for? No. Ogres would work for anyone. Eventually. Ogres do not care. As long as they get, like, paid or food or fun, you don't even have to pay them. As long as they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get some good action out of this, and they don't give a damn. There we go! Summon my sweet lad. Ogres would work for anyone. Whether anyone would hire ogres, or like someone would not choose to hire ogres, that's a totally different conversation. Oh, come here, dogs. Oh, my armory's hurting. Yes, the mercenary tab could definitely be expanded in the future. How good are ogres at holding to contracts? Ogres are not particularly duplicitous. The thing about ogres is, like, as long as you don't, like, betray them, or they don't get, like, offered something better by your opponent, ogres are gonna do a good job. They're gonna do a great job. They're not gonna, like, backstab you. They're not clever enough for that. Now, there are definitely some ogres that cannot be trusted. Like Goldfag Maneater, trusting him can be a little spooky. You better make sure you pay him on time. I wonder if the old ones made ogres from dragon ogres. It's possible. Does Malagor have toggle flight? No, that's not a feature in the game. They're thinking about putting it in Game 3, but Duck has said that it's just kind of a matter of if they can get it to work. For this one, let's actually raise in advance so that I can, oh, the top knots are dead. Wow, that was easy. But man, I'm hurting. What new building can we get? Oh, we can get a den. Do we want a den or do we want to wait for... Let's wait for Scorched Plains. I'd rather have Centigores, actually. Did Malagor lose his chariot option? Bro, Malagor never had a chariot option. Did he? Pretty sure he didn't. Kazrak has chariot options. Are there any examples in the fantasy lore of the High Elves, Dark Elves allying? Not really. They're pretty heavily opposed. Yeah, I don't think Malagor ever had a chariot, dude. Is there still a chance Goros Warhoof? No, guys, there is no hidden stuff, okay? I want to make that very clear. Everyone pay attention. There is no hidden content, okay? There's no secret legendary heroes. There's none of that. Oh, we can upgrade our Herdstone. Nice! So now, I spent some dread, so now we can get tier 2 Herdstones, which is a free upgrade. And it drastically improves the garrison. Where's the content, Sotek? Where is it? I'm surprised how great the Jabberslythe looks. I'm not. The amount of memes that Games Workshop, or sorry, Creative Assembly had to suffer through because of the stupid Charlemagne comment, there was no way they were going to go cheap on the Jabberslite. They were going to make sure that thing was crap and gold, as far as like how good it looked. Does your town look like ruins? No, it's a unique appearance. So this is the Beastmen Herdstone appearance, which we can upgrade the little Herdstone, which I'm not going to do this instant. All right, I think this is the last. This is the last blood ground that I need to... Oh, no, there's two more. I also need to clear out this one. Well, I don't have to, but I should. Oh, gosh. This has a full garrison. Freaking Caden. Okay, we may... What do y'all think, chat? Should we force our way in to Morgheim? Or should we ignore it? Do we bust up the zombies or leave them alone? Do the Beastmen get landmarks? No. Kill them? Okay. I'm gonna take out the dragon mines first. Ah, the ritual is so powerful! Let's actually do this. We're gonna break down this Herdstone, and we're gonna build the version of the Herdstone that gives us siege towers. Carrick Asgal is also in the Bloodstones? Yes, but it's empty. It's not worth anything to me because it's a ruin. So what are your thoughts, chat? How are y'all feeling about the FLC? We're not talking about the DLC yet because I can't show or really talk about it yet. But what are your thoughts on what you've seen so far? Isn't Carrick Asgal Clan Moore starting city? No. Their starting city is like way further south. Can't wait to play. It's great. Interested in doing playthrough again. Cool. I love that you can go into your hidden encampment stance after raiding or blowing up a city. That it feels good. It tickles my loins, chat. Let's get some Centigores. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, Centigores. I'll get you later. I need this. +1 siege tower per item constructed in sieges and makes enemy towers significantly less good. We could get a den, but I'm not gonna be able to recruit anything for a hot bit anyway. I'll just get more archers. Does hidden encampment still act as ambush? Yes. What is the Charlemagne route? So, Alex, it's a meme. Back in the day when the Beastmen DLC was released, which was the first DLC, or no, the second DLC? First DLC? I think it was the second DLC for Total War Warhammer. It was the first race pack they released. Let's take Beastly Inclination so that we get really powerful units for a few turns. That way I can really bust the chops of Morgheim here. So, the meme was that back in the day, when Creative Assembly released everything for the Beastmen, a lot of people gave them grief over the fact that there weren't a lot of monsters in the DLC. So, people were like, oh, there's a Cygor, but there's no Gorgon, there's no Jabberslite, like, what the hell, CA? Like, and so everyone was super upset. And Creative Assembly had an employee that came out and basically said, we would have done the other monsters, but you need to understand how expensive they are. And that includes, the Jabberslith alone would have cost the art budget of Charlemagne, the game. And so a lot of people started kind of clowning on them and memeing that, oh, they would have put something in the game, but it cost too many Charlemagnes. So Charlemagne essentially became a form of currency. How many Charlemagnes can we fit into this DLC? And now that the Jabberslith is in the game, the meme is officially dead. Are the moon events changed for the Beastmen? Slightly. The moon events are only positive now. The moon events back during in the prior build could be negative. Or they had like a positive and a negative. Now they're pure positive. The meme will never die. Or that. That's fine too. Alright, we're gonna have the Ungors storm the walls while the big things attack the gates. Storm the walls, my pretties! This DLC is easily the biggest DLC, in my opinion, just because of the sheer amount of monstrous content. Like, there's 4 freaking monsters in this DLC, which is pretty wild. Like, the fact that the Lizardmen are coming out with 2 monsters, and the Beastmen are coming out with 2 monsters is very impressive. I will be doing a video, probably tomorrow, to just talk about the Lizardmen for a bit. I know a lot of people have been asking me about the Lizardmen. I will talk about it. I will. But I want to kind of sit and collect my thoughts. I'm disappointed with the lack of legendary heroes. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair way to feel about it. I am as well. I really like a lot of what we got. There were some decisions made that when it comes to the free LC, I have mixed feelings about the ogres. I'm gonna be honest. I think the ogres are really cool, but personally, I think they are unnecessary at this point. I would have preferred another Beastman Legendary Lord, or new Dwarf units, or a Legendary Hero over ogres. I'm gonna be honest. How's the Kotal play? That's a great question. I'll be happy to answer that when I'm allowed to talk about the DLC. Am I bummed there's no legendary heroes or Gorus? I don't know if bummed is the right word. I would have liked to have seen them. I am happy with what we got. Oh, what made my Manticore so pissed off? Go, go, dog rangers. Here, zombies, chew on this. Big Red Bear, you don't give a shit about a lot of things. Let's be fair. That's kind of like your MO. Alright, Malagor, let's go fight. Let's go duel that vampire with my... And by duel, I mean kick the crap out of her while my Manticore also kicks the crap out of her. Coming in hot! Kaboom! Oh, she ran away. Coward! Get her, my precious! Up. Up. There we go. I'm gonna summon another Gorgon here in a hot second. See if I can squish the Necromancer. That'll speed things along significantly. Have Ungor Raiders been buffed, or do I just use them better than you do? I will say they have not changed significantly. That is my answer to that question. Kill him! Kill Caden! He's not supposed to be here anyway, he already died. I love upgraded Flock of Doom. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel things. Let's get these guys on the walls. What is the chance of the dogs of war at now that the ogres are in? Let's not jump to conclusions. How about that? Let's try and be happy with what we've got and not count our eggs before they hatched, okay? Beastmen never had a Jabberwock? Well, they have the Jabberslight, which is based on the legend of the Jabberwock. Oh, well, actually, okay, to be fair, if you go back into older lore, so you go back to, like, 6th edition Warhammer Fantasy, the Jabberslight was called a Jabberwock. The Jabberslight did not receive its, like, new name until 7th edition. And then they gave it a new name to make it kind of, like, stand out and be like, no, this is the Warhammer Fantasy version of the Jabberwocky. Not the, you know, it's not just a straight rip of the creature from, what's-his-face's poem. They're very similar ideas. I bet I can kill him. Dan it. Kaboom! Kick his ass, Malagor! My Gorbel over here. Gorbel to me! Giant to me! I summon thee! Come squish this bitch! Kaboom! I love it. The Necromancer falls! Okay, I need to get out of here. Return to me, my sweet dogs! Alright, now we just need to kill the vampire, and I think we're all good. Lore question. In terms of strength, is a Beastman weaker than an Orc? No. What kind of Beastman? Shuriken. Victory! Alright, y'all ready to see a ritual go off? Y'all ready to see the coolest thing the Beastmen do now? The Praeton? Oh, I want a Praeton so bad, dude. I want a Praeton so bad. He's been asking about Gores. A Gore is on par with an Orc. They are equal. Like, if you put the two of them in a room and told them to kill each other, it would be a totally 50-50 fight. Actually, if anything, I think the Gore would have the advantage. Slight advantage. Alright, here we go. Loot and raise. Hit the button! Perform ritual! Kaboom! So, check this out. The ritual's been performed, which filled up my meter a little bit. Now, so I hit this level, which means I can recruit a second army, and I can recruit all these new units. I could get Tuskor Chariots if I had the DLC, which I don't have it enabled for obvious reasons. And I could also have Centaurs and all this other stuff, increase ranks. But, here's the thing. All of these settlements that were part of the ritual, so you see how they have this red symbol over them? These mean defiled blood grounds. Defiled blood grounds cannot be resettled. They cannot be resettled. So as long as the Herdstone stands, these ruins are permanent ruins that just gush chaos corruption. The only way for the AI to resettle this is they have to destroy this Herdstone, which has a pretty large garrison on it. And the AI does know that. The AI will come after your Herdstones. Let's look at these. So I could get Dreads and Charms. We can get Dreads, which gives me armor and melee defense, which also allows me to get hardened pelts for armor and a lot of my army. Or I could get Dual Wielder, which gives me charge bonus and weapon strength and increases my weapon. I tend to prefer like tankier designs, so we're gonna get dreads and charms for armor and melee defense on Morgar, and then hardened pelts to give armor to most of the units in my army. Man, no ogres yet. So that is honestly surprising. Let's get the Centaur building, and let's get the ability to get Gores, because I really need some higher tier units. Speaking of which, let's do... I would like to be able to get more Gores. Yeah, that'll work. And it's time for a second army. And I know just the guy to call in. The Great Bray Shaman. A lot of people have been asking about the Lore of the Wild, so let's go ahead and get this guy. Let's take the Frenzy. Corn's Fury. So, this is the Great Bray Shaman. They do have a couple unique gimmicks. So, this is a new ability unique to the Great Bray Shamans called Distorted Reality. Distorted Reality is a permanent passive that lowers the charge speed, and melee attack of all nearby enemies. And Darkling Spirit. At level 12, you can summon Cygors for free. For free. Also, Speaker of the Darkling Council just makes your magic better and your enemy's magic more difficult. Also, this is a game-wide change. Every single race in the game that has access to Voice of the Dark Gods has been altered so that there's now a second level where so the first level gives you the increased aura size, the second level gives you the bonus leadership. As Dawi changes our FLC, were there any changes to multiplayer? Yes, there was a significant amount of changes to multiplayer for Dwarfs. Like, rune magic is huge. Also, engineers have the refill black powder ability, so they can give ammo back to units. Stuff like that. So here's how the lore of Beasts has changed. Or the lore of the Wild. The only real major change to the lore of the Wild is that Devolve is now a debuff spell instead of a damage spell. So Vile Tide is no longer your default spell, Devolve is, and Devolve no longer does damage. Instead, Devolve is a area of effect that lowers speed, charge speed, and melee attack. It's pretty significantly. Personally, I miss the damage, but I understand that it was a really good spell. Have Old Lords been changed? I don't know about stat-wise, but I don't know about for multiplayer. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure. Let's do Traderkin, Bray Scream, Evasion. Just give me all the things. All the things. All right. So we have our second army. Which direction? Oh, I guess we should go north so we can get our magic items. We need to get the icons of vilification. Did the Beastmen victory conditions change? Oh, that's a great question. Destroy a bunch of factions. Oh wait, short-term victory. Raise 40 settlements, get 10,000 gold from raiding, and kill all of the Empire. No, I don't think they've changed significantly, if at all. Let's boogie. Alright, and this guy, I'm actually going to put on item collecting duty, so he's going to go raid all the ruins. Or search all the ruins. I also have a mod in that auto solves these, which I love because I hate having to think on those. A new gift of chaos, very nice. We're heading north. Do I think we'll see playable vampire count? No. They're done. I am 99% sure that they are done with Total War Warhammer 2. There's not going to be a playable vampire count, which sucks. It does suck. Alright. Okay, we're just going to start blowing up cities, guys, because we're going to try and dig out some ogres. So, forgive me if we're going to be kind of meandering around. But, where are they? Normally they are not, like, crazy common. I know, kind of a funny story is that when they originally gave us access to this, there was quite a bit of concern because, like, you would get so many ogres. It was obnoxious how many ogres you would get. They toned it down significantly, which I'm personally really glad about. Okay, give me... I do want Centigores. We can tone down the dogs to just 2 units. And then give me Gores. Oh, wait. I don't want to be here for 2 turns, so I'll just take those for now. Your job is just to search empty settlements. Have fun. Oh, I have enough money to upgrade. Nice. Can ogres work for Beastmen? Ogres can work for everybody. Am I allowed to show the new stuff? I cannot show DLC. I can show all the free LC, but I cannot show DLC. Are ogres reskinned greenskins? What? No. No. They are much larger than greenskins. I will say, I do wish the ogres had slightly different accents. They do have, like, unique voice lines and stuff. You know, they're ogres. And ogres in fantasy do talk very similar to how greenskins talk. Like, as far as, like, their dialect and stuff. But, I do wish they had been a little more different. Because in my opinion, they sound very similar to greenskins. But that, honestly, I think has more to do with Game Workshop's world building than with anything CA related. Like, I'm not pinning that on CA. That's more of a GW problem. Do ogres speak English? Yes. But ogres are very well known for speaking whatever language of wherever they show up. Ogres do have their own language, but their original language is called Grumbarth, which is also the language of the giants. Give me ogres or give me death! And by death, I mean yours. Ah, ogre mercenaries! They're here! With a great crump, 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 a large group of ogres has appeared nearby. Although expected to attack and plunder any settlement they come across, it seems they do not seek a fight, at least not immediately, but are looking for the most lucrative call to battle they can find. Wholly untroubled by morality or questions of good and evil, ogre mercenaries could be a great boost to your battle rank should you choose to hire
Ogres,
them.
my lord. These brutish nomads are as strong as they are stupid.
Really?
But do not underestimate them. They are hardy warriors and will cannibalize any foe that dares to cross them.
Alright, so next turn, we're picking up, we're going to Ogre Town. Never mind. So we will pick them up next turn. And I'm going to do a poll. Because you guys are going to get to pick what kind of ogres we're recruiting. Because we can pick from 3 different ogre tribes. Oh, we unlocked Consume Order. Nice. Well, I'll grab that. Cannon ogres? That's not an option. There are no lead belchers. There are no lead belchers. Your options... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get the poll started. Which ogres do we take? Melee... melee ogre infantry, Shooty. Pistol. Ogres. Mounted. Mournfang. Rider. Ogres. And go! Alright, chat, the vote is up. You can vote now in the poll in the top of the chat for what kind of ogres we should get. And here, let's take a better look at your options. So you just move on top of the Great Maw icon, talking with tyrants. So you can get the Head Eaters tribe, which are the melee infantry ogres. These allow you to get ogres, 2 units of ogres with dual weapons and 1 unit of ogre man-eaters with great weapons. The Death Belchers tribe, which the Death Belchers tribe are the shooty ogres. You get 2 normal ogres and 1 unit of ogre man-eaters with ogre pistols. And then the Horned Guts tribe, which can give you 2 units of Mournfang cavalry. Those are your only options. The poll's almost over. It's almost over. Spam those votes. Use your channel points. It's almost over, and it's done. Mounted Mournfang Riders. Coming in at the very end. So we're going to get the Horned Guts tribe. Summon the lads! As you can see, they are very expensive. And their upkeep is really punishing for Beastmen, to be honest. Ogres are a much easier thing, I think, for most armies. For Beastmen, they're kind of rough because the upkeep is insane. But y'all want to see ogres, so I'm just going to deal with it. Alright, so we're going to pop Raid Stance, and off we go. We're gonna go fight some battles. Do the engineers have smoke bomb like Grombardil did? Yes. Does Grombardil still have the same skill? Yes. I'm pretty sure. That upkeep needs to be tweaked? Nah, dude. Ogres are really strong. Who's Thoric Ironbrow? He's the strongest rune lord that's still young enough to fight. Sotek Simp, you're gonna be riding, dude. There's no Yetis. What does this do again? Oh, okay. It gives missile parry chance to units with shields. I guess I'll put it there. Alright, here we go! So even the Dawi can get Cav? Yes. In campaign. Not just Cav, monstrous Cav. These guys are like demigriffs on cocaine. Yes, and in custom battles, but not in multiplayer. There they are. Hold on, let me take my pills. I just realized. Here, we're just gonna do this cinematic, okay? Ogres! It's all ogre now. Look at those man titties. Look at those man titties. It's like looking in a mirror. So these are Mournfangs. They actually beat the crap out of their mounts, which makes me feel sad. Like, that's just one of their animations, is they just beat the shit out of their mounts. Which is lore accurate, but it's like, ooh. Ogres are big, though. Like, if you notice, next to, like, my Doom Bull, or my, my Gore Bull, they are quite large. How big are they next to Ungors? That's how big they are next to Ungors. The Ungors make it up to the Mournfang's, like, knee. There's a pretty big, what's their horse? Those are called Mournfangs. They're very, very nasty predatory species. Yeah, they're huge. they're big boys. Y'all ready to see them munch some kiddos up? And by kiddos, I mean orcs. We ride! Dude, there are ogres in Total War Warhammer. Isn't that wild? There are some orcs that are about to have a really bad day. Also, do be aware, the AI can absolutely recruit ogres. So you will run into them in AI armies. Have fun! Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. Just yeetus, deletus. They make orcs look like goblins? Yeah, they do. Ain't it pretty? Oop. Bye, guys. And they're broken. But I did throw them into an entire... I did throw them into quite a few units by themselves. Yeah, their leadership is kind of you don't want to send them in by themselves. They will get wrecked, especially on very hard difficulty. Their leadership is a little reliant on nearby allies. Yeah, the charge is glorious. They're very, very devastating on the charge. Dogs, make yourselves useful. Centigars! Does this give me hope for Ogre Kingdoms as a faction? Dude, Ogre Kingdoms are a faction. They're coming. They're gonna be the pre-order DLC. I feel very, very confident about that. I'm willing to take bets. That's how confident I am. Do ogres have anti-large bonus? No, they do not. Granted, these are just mercenaries. The ogres do have something called, the ogre infantry. Ogre infantry have something called, like, ogre charge as a passive. And the ogre charge, I believe, makes it where units cannot negate their charge bonus, even if they have, like, expert charge defense. I think it's like they reduce it by an amount or something. I'll have to look at it. Is the update what I hope for? For most factions, yes. You're willing to take on that bet? We'll do like an official pool or something. Yeah, it's like 50%. So you give me missile resistance. And let's make Pendulum easier to cast. What am I eating? I've got like a little thing of like leftover mac and cheese from the other day that I'm snacking on. Let's do no matter how far. Get that sexy 50% additional campaign movement. Because the Empire calls. And I want to curb stomp it. Yeah, look how chaos corrupted all of this area is now. This entire ballpark is just totally messed up now. Because everything's just massively chaos corrupted. We're gonna change that Herdstone. I do have a decent amount of dread. I can't get any upgrades though. I want to save for upgrades. Can I give the gift of chaos item or ability to ogres? Yeah. Yeah, you can equip banners onto them. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check here in a second. All right, so I want the Winds of Malady Herdstone, because what that's gonna do is it's gonna lower the movement of anyone that tries to fight to my Herdstone, and it also has a chance to start spreading disease. Look, ooh, the Talisman of Preservation. Oh baby, oh my, that's just talking sweet to me. Ooh, scandalous. Winds of Malady. That's where the disease comes from. It's actually just cringe. You know, a lot of people this entire time have thought the Beastmen are actual beasts. It's not true. They're actually just normal people, but their neckbeards have gotten so out of control that it just covers their entire bodies. Can you have more than one Herdstone at once? Yes. Once you have upgraded enough to earn another Herdstone shard. So like right now, I only have one Herdstone shard, but once I get to this level, right here, you see I get extra Herdstone shards. So that'll let me have multiple Herdstones at once. Where am I going? Oh, right here. Hello. Raise or sack 3 settlements belonging to the Empire. You got it, boss. I will say, if you really enjoy raiding, which you should, because raiding is like your only reliable way to get income, which having lots of income will make you feel good inside and also lets you afford ogres. Morgur has a hilarious stance. Whenever Morgur is in raid stance, he automatically does attrition damage to everyone in the same region as him. So, like, if he's raiding, everyone else in that ballpark takes attrition, which is hilarious. And he even has a skill he can unlock once he hits level 12 that makes it where his attrition deals like 33% extra casualties. Have the Beastmen item quests been reworked? No, they're fine. I don't know why you would rework them. They work perfectly fine. Beastmen are the most mobile race in the game, so they're not a huge deal. It's all ogre now, Grinstedt. Have the Beastmen hired ogres at any point? Probably. I don't know if hired's the right word, but they've definitely worked with ogres. Does that include garrisons? No. Beastmen can attrition garrisons, by building a Herdstone that unleashes plagues. Wait, it does include garrisons? Really? Huh. I'll have to test that. Is Shrek in Warhammer? No, I'm sure it's a great tragedy. Beastmen! By the way, did y'all know that there's a research tech that all the Beastmen have? Where once you research it, all Minotaur units get Vanguard deployment. Sotek Sip, it's only for Morgar, not for Mount. It's exclusive to Morgar. Vanguard on Minotaurs? Yeah, that's what I said. Which tech gets the Harpies to stop wearing bras? There's actually a secret setting. I don't know if you know about this. If you know how to hack, you have to be a legit hacker though. There's actually a secret setting in the game where you can change the game's rating from T to X. It's true. Unfortunately, like, if you're just a pleb and you don't know dark web hacking, you're not gonna be able to do it. In which case, you know, I'm sure that just sounds like total bullshit. But if you just weren't a pleb, you'd be able to do it. So, you know, that's on you.
Guts out, boys!
Guts out, boys! Guts out! All the magic. All the magic. More magic. Infinite magic. Too much magic. Do I know how to dark web hack? It's none of your business. If you would know, you wouldn't have to ask. Oh, it's delicious. Okay, I'm finally done eating. I want to be a hacker, but I use Windows. Listen, guys, I shouldn't be telling you this because it's dangerous knowledge, but Zinch is actually anonymous. And by anonymous, I mean 4chan. Because, you know, they're all the same thing. Let's build a Herdstone right in the Empire. It's Herdstone time, boys! Have they done anything to make Giants better? I mean, Giants are good. Listen, if you're having a really bad time with Giants and you're like, man, Giants suck. I'm gonna be honest. I'm saying this with all the love in my heart. That's a you problem, not a Giant problem. Like, I totally get it. Like, it can be frustrating to, like, have to use a unit in a way that you don't want to use them. But I can assure you, Giants are just fine. Alright, we are here to party in the Empire. That being said, with the Gorgon... Oh my good lord, that is a lot of Empire troops. Oh, hello there. Have you come to, Oh, good. We just finished our research tech that gives us, bonus damage against humans. Have you come? Oh shit, the cops! Hello there, gentlemen. So, here's a good example of this, guys. So the auto-resolve is telling me I'm going to get a Pyrrhic victory, and it's telling me I would lose these units. I'm not going to auto-resolve this because this looks like fun. But if I were to auto-resolve, this is exactly what would happen. I would guarantee lose the units flashing in red, and the remaining units would take high casualties. But I would guarantee get a Pyrrhic victory. It's no longer a guessing game. I pissed off Marius Leetdorf. I've made a huge mistake. The new auto resolve is so much better. It is so much better. All right, are y'all ready to watch Malagor just curb stomp everything? So here's what we're gonna do. First, the cops are trying to come in through the back door, so we're gonna have the bouncers take care of them. We've got our hounds off the leash, ready to go. We've got the lads ready to go. God, I love having so many Vanguard units. It makes me feel good inside. We're gonna mess them up. Ain't no party like a Beastmen ambush party. Is that Leetdorf? Ah, nah, it's not Leetdorf. Kick his ass! Meal time! Kill them all. Alright, Malagor, we got work to do. Whenever you're ready, my friend. You lot, make yourselves useful. Give me line of sight. Huh! Hit? Question mark? Alright, we've defeated one army. To the hill! To the hill! Oh, I don't think so. Ooh. Where's that? Oh, there's Leetdorf. Kill them all. Silly gooses. Well, that's a purdy war machine over there. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. Clean this mess up. Oh, no, no, not you, not you, not you. Hello, just dropping off some spells, you know, typical procedure. Thanks so much for visiting my new Herdstone! Ungars! To the bottom of the hill, please. Lads! Kill him. Why are the reinforcements so messed up? Because I just placed the Herdstone. The garrison on the Herdstone needs a little bit of time to get healed up. Who is fighting my Gorble? Fetch. Well, Elite Dwarfs did. More crows! Infinite crows! Let's get the enfeebling foe on that dude. Let's make sure he's really dead. Ungors, forward! Infantry, forward! I wish I had a slow, but I don't.
Born-fang cavalry!
Let the giant handle Leetdorf. He's got it.
Angle! Guts out, boys!
Guts out! Whenever I go outside my house, I just want to yell guts out. Guts out! Does Malagor die to the Imperial... Dosik, you're thinking of a different character. There is a Beastman character... Well, he's not... He wasn't playable, but there's a Beastman character in the lore known as the Harbinger. And the Harbinger is the character killed by the Imperial Dragon. Yeah, so much for that Empire Strike Force. Bunch of nerds. The whole starting between armies is crap. The reinforcement's better than it used to be. Like, now they actually show up vaguely approximate to where they are on the campaign map. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. That being said, like, you're fighting against Beastmen. It doesn't matter where you're really coming in. Like, the Beastmen are probably going to get the jump on you. So much for a Pyrrhic victory. Well, auto-resolves in general are going to favor against you because you're like, okay, I'm willing to expedite this at the exchange of casualties. But if you play it yourself, you'll probably take less damage. Dogs! Cleanup time! It's cleanup time! Oh, you guys are like way over there.
Tribe on the move!
A nice glass of Centaur milk to celebrate this? I don't think I'm allowed to do that on stream. I'm pretty sure that breaks TOS. Thanks for the suggestion, though. So a lot of these armies are going to get away. That's why I'm mopping up casualties. I want to minimize survivors. Nice to see Malagor flying. Yeah, Malagor's actually really interesting now. He's definitely kind of janky when chasing fleeing units, but outside of that, he actually works pretty well. Num 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 num. Hey, Calferma, thanks so much for subbing with your Twitch Prime. I appreciate the support. Thank you. And please enjoy the emotes and welcome to the Red Host. Dosict, you can use the mod I'm using and it will not break your mods. It will not break, or it won't break achievements. You can still get achievements with the mods I use. Alright, so our Herdstone is now empowered. Like, I could perform a ritual right now just because I killed a whole bunch of guys on it. Thanks to that dipstick. Let's do the... Let's do the Winds of Malady. Oh, we can get level 3 Herdstones. Yo! So the nice thing about level 3 Herdstones is, if I remember correctly, I think level 3... Yeah! Level 3 Herdstones will unlock another slot. So I can have, just like you see on the settlement, I can have 2 separate Herdstone upgrades. Smash up the moot as you wish. So shall it be. Okay, let's get Portents of Doom. Oh, Mantle of Crows. Mantle of Crows, so now Malagor has eternal crows flying around him. Also, I want to get... give me Unrelenting Warherd. I think for Beastmen it's generally better to just have lots of melee attack. Squish. I'll take some Bestial Rage. Okay, so where are all the blood grounds? Karak, Dromar, Schwarzhofen, the Moot, Aberheim, Steingart, and Mingal Volgobrak. Okay, so let's start with the people I'm already at war with. So we'll start with Aberheim. Let's upgrade something wicked this way comes and get Unholy Power. Are the Herdstones any different if they are built on capitals? No. They're the exact same. They do not get better or worse depending on where you build them. Let's get Windmaker. So I can upgrade this Herdstone. Oh, the nice thing is, if you ever upgrade a Herdstone, Herdstones have really nice buffs. They increase your campaign movement if you start in the same region as them. They allow you to recruit units that you normally would need different buildings for. So they're really nice for, like, new hordes. They also improve your ambush chance in the local region and lets you also recruit units faster in the local region. So they are very, very, very good. Depending on... they make it where, like, you're doing very nicely in that territory. Alright, we're going to do Raid Stance and run over to Aberheim. Can you abandon a Herdstone? Yes. You may choose to abandon Herdstones, because the Herdstones have a kind of a downside where they count as your territory. So if somebody is raiding your Herdstone, that actually hurts your economy. So if the AI just keeps raiding a territory and you're losing a lot of money, you can just abandon it and get some money back. You do not, once you've performed the ritual, so see how it says, you know, perform ritual, but over here it says ritual completed. Once the ritual is completed, so you no longer need to perform it, there's no reason to defend the Herdstone. Like, unless you just like it being there, the Herdstone does not give you anything after the after you've done that. It's like you don't need to protect it. Okay, we're just gonna auto resolve this one because it's siege, and I will loot and raise it for 7,000 gold. And Averland is dead. Very nice. Give me... Oh, also, they actually changed a number of the blue skill trees for the Beastmen. They made them all good. Some of them used to be garbage, but now most of them are really good. So, like, Feasting Upon Man's pretty much the same. Gives you bonus for raising and raiding. Blessed by Evil gives you post-battle loot and also a higher chance to find magic items. Dark Apothecary used to only give minus attrition. Now it also gives casualty replenishment rate. Ruination lowers enemy siege holdout time and deals attrition damage. Unholy Resilience is the same. Corruption. Corruption, instead of just giving corruption, also gives magic item drop chance. Very nice. Gathering of the Beast gives you a lot more recruitment slots. And Foul Premonitions gives you ambush success chance, ambush defense chance, and a chance to catch people using the underworld stance. And then Children of Chaos now gives Bestial Rage, enemy, minus enemy hero success chance, plus 25% chance to wound enemy characters, plus 5% campaign movement, and plus 1 recruitment rank for all units. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's take Nightmarish Cabal, and then let's go ahead and put a point into... Let's do Blessed by Evil.
Malagor FLC.
Oh, I can get Harpies. Awesome. I actually really like Harpies with Malagor over dogs, because the Harpies can actually protect Malagor if the AI comes at you with, like, other flying units, which can be really spooky. Because, like, Malagor's just up there by himself. So if, like, if it can get kind of terrifying. I do want some more gores. You okay, Chloe? You snoozing, big girl. And then let's get improved Winds of Magic locally, and then let's upgrade our let's upgrade the Herdstone to Miasmic Ruin. That way, if anybody tries to attack my Herdstone, they'll be at minus 20% movement. Nope. Let me search the ruins before you retake it. Oh wait, no, he can't retake it. You dumb bitch. This is a 4, so this is a 2. So this has to be a 2, but is it red or blue? I think it's just a pure 50-50. Let's go with red. Yeah. Whoa, what do you say? Oh, so here you can see I got a plague. So the Plague of the Crow is now active on this city. So this city now has a plague on it for 5 turns, though there's a good chance it'll just keep going. The plague, if it's on my guys, it's beneficial. If it's on the enemy, it causes attrition and other nastiness. And if enemies get too close, like they come into this region, the plague will get it. Why can't he retake it? So when I performed a ritual on this Herdstone, and when you perform a ritual, any ruins that are part of the Blood Grounds, which are all these ruined settlements that have this red symbol, become defiled Blood Grounds. And defiled Blood Grounds, here you can see in the green text, defiled Blood Grounds cannot be colonized. No one can colonize them, and they also pump out plus 20 Chaos Corruption. So until the Herdstone is destroyed, I am functionally... no one can take those territories. Oh, let's buy an item for Malagor. So Malagor already has the Talisman of Preservation. So he could use a really good magic weapon or a really good arcane item. Let's give him the Blind Eye of Seeing. The Blind Eye of Seeing gives me plus 20 magic reserve, plus 15 starting magic, and it also lets me summon 2 Cygors for free. I dig it. I dig it. Are y'all ready for just endless Cygors? Just, you get a Cygor, and you get a Cygor. Oh. I was at war with him, and I just walked right up next to him. Run away? Well... Rip. F in chat for Da. He didn't make it. He died as he lived, being moderately helpful, I guess. Give me gnarled hide. Alright, where to next? Let's go punch the moot. Alright. Oh, see, and here, this is what I was telling you guys about. The AI actually will go after the Herdstones. So you can see that Spiked Backbiter is actually trying to go after my Herdstone to take it down, but I am going to summon a new character to defend it. Booze Cravings is pretty good. Torment Utterances. Weapon Master, Perceptive. I'm gonna go with Torment Utterances. So this guy is gonna defend my Herdstone. I will take Fueled by Blood, Spirit Leech, Life Leeching, Soul Blight, Doom and Darkness. Let's do it another point. Soul Blight, Evasion, Fate of Una, Purple Sun, and Magic Reserves. Can I show all the skill tree? Yes, we did it earlier, but basically the big thing with the Great Bray Shaman is that he has this, which Malagor also has, where you can choose to either buff his defense and your army's defense, or you can choose to buff his melee skill and then his army's melee skill. He also has Distorted Reality, which is a unique passive to the Great Bray Shamans that at level 8, they give -5 melee attack and -10% speed to all enemies within 40 meters. And they can also, at level 12, summon Cygors for free as a bound spell. And the Speaker of the Darkling Council makes magic easier for you to cast, but harder for the AI to cast. Also, yes, all characters in the Beastmen army, except for the Doom Bull, can ride on the Tuskor Chariot, and then when they're at a higher level, they can ride on the other chariot. Alright, so he's going to defend this. Let's give him some Regiments of Renown. Make it a little easier on him. And then Malagor, we're going to go pay the Moot a visit. I'm here for the halflings, hand them over! I should do a Marius lore video one day. One day. Give the Great Bray Shaman troops, you don't have to pay upkeep? Yeah, I know, but he's not going to recruit them in time before I get attacked. Do we get to see Tuskor Chariots in action yet? No, because that's part of the DLC, and although I could take a Tuskor Chariot on a character, I feel like that kind of breaks the spirit of that arrangement, and I am not interested in, like, trying to sneak my way around embargoes. I don't do that kind of crap. You will have to wait until the embargo drops for the DLC. Dude, doesn't Malagor look intimidating as shit? Like, doesn't he look scary as hell when he's just hiding among, like, a swarm of harpies? Like, he's just, you can't get me. You can't get me. Smoghog, thanks so much for continuing your Prime sub, dude. I really appreciate the 7 months of support. He's a bird now. Yep. Yep. I will eventually phase out all of the Ungor archers, but I want to wait until I have Centaurs with throwing axes, because I do like having ranged units. Does Malagor have a new magic list? Yep. He's got a mix of the lore of Death, Shadow, Beast, and Wild. The DLC comes out on the 14th? The 12th? One of those. What if you breed with a harpy woman? Bro, I don't think you would like that as much as you think you would. Harpies in Warhammer are not attractive. They're really terrifying. They're only like there's even like a note about it in the lore that there are people who think the harpies are attractive at a distance, and then when they get up close, they realize they're just like horrifying feral animals that just want to like eat people, and they're like super nasty looking. You will not be rewarded for the horny. Not by harpies. Speaking of which, ladies, they are all yours. Have fun. More Cygors! Infinite Cygors! Second Cygor. Let's bring out a third Cygor. You know, just for fun. Let's just get some more Hygors. Cygors. How do harpies breed? Not pleasantly. I'll tell you that much. I would categorize that heavily under, you know what, maybe don't think about it. Do y'all like all my Cygors? Do harpies? I don't know. Games Workshop did not go in depth on their harpy anatomy. You might get the Summon Monster Tech Challenge, hopefully. How you doing, princess? You okay? You okay, big girl? Yeah, I see. You alright? My dog is sleeping underneath my desk right now. Show us the dog. I can't take my camera that direction. I would happily let y'all see Chloe, but I literally cannot tilt my camera that way. Let's get... I feel like 4 harpies is fine. Could use some more gores. I think I'm gonna need gores. Alright. Let's grab the higher Centigore building so I can get rid of my Ungor Raiders. That's the next thing we're going to buy. And then grab some units for this dude in case he does survive. That way he can start invading. Let's pick up some Chaos Spawn and Gore Herds. But you'll notice my plague has infected these vile greenskins, so they are taking attrition damage. Surprised no Minotaurs? Not yet. I'll get Minotaurs eventually. Well, I probably will actually not get Minotaurs in Malagor's army. I tend to prefer running, like, Centigores and monsters with him instead of Minotaurs. Why am I not using the best looking Beastman unit? Razor Gores? Eh. Are Harpies and Manticores chaos creatures? Yes. I mean, though, I should note, just because a creature is, like, naturally a, like, born of chaos does not necessarily... Oh, they ran away. Does not necessarily mean that it is, like it only serves chaos. It's more complicated than that. It's more nuanced, as they say. Yeah, let me have more Centigores. Aren't Bray Shaman Ungors? No, Bray Shamans are not Ungors at all. No. Bray Shamans are more like, you would categorize them as Gores, I guess, but there's no such thing as a Ungor Bray Shaman. That's never been a thing. But, like, so any of the species in Warhammer Fantasy that do not exist in our world are either, like, creatures that came from, like, the early world, like dragon ogres, or, you know, all the dinosaurs but many of the creatures were created when chaos came into the universe. Like, ooh, nice. Okay, we can do the first Icons of Vilification quest. For instance, if you like griffins and hippogriffs, those are very noble beasts, but they are creatures of chaos. They are not natural creatures. But, you know, most people would not describe them as evil, and many people would even say that they are, like, very noble, honorable beasts. Give me that dread! Ungors and harpies. Malagor, pop a squat for a sec, my dude. Okay, so let's get rid of our Ungor raiders. Give me the Sons of Goros, so I can have Guardian that can keep up with me. Then I will take throwing axes. Give me a Razor Gore Chariot. And then let's maybe... let's get rid of the regular Centaur unit and pick up another Great Weapon Centaur. That'll work. Goros, yeah, I mean, Goros has a cameo in the game, thanks to his sons, but he himself is sadly not in the game. Not yet, anyway. Maybe one day. Let's go ahead and pick up some Bray Shaman, or the Bray Shaman grounds, so I can do some shenanigans there. Oh, you need archers. That's what I'm... okay, screw the harpies. Give me just archers. How's this build look? Let's take one less spear and... oh, nope. Ah! Okay. Yes. And then that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, cool. So, horrendous regeneration stacks with regular regeneration? No. Kill notes, whenever you get horrendous regeneration, typically it replaces your regeneration. However, horrendous regen is far better. Because not only do you regenerate, but if you regenerate enough for a missing unit, you actually get models back. As long as you... like you would for vampire counts. Following the same rules. Low bestial rage on these guys. Well, I guess we should go start punching people in the face then. Let's go into the mountains. The mountains look fun. Yeah. Quit your bitching. Famir, it's worth noting there are female Famir guys. Famirs have, Famirs have matriarchs. Those are like the big bads of the Famir culture. Like, they are the top dogs, are Famir matriarchs. They do have females among their own race. I actually want a Famir matriarch as a legendary lord for, Norska. I think that would be a fantastic new character, would be a Famir matriarch. Hello, Skaven. Goodbye, Skaven. Do I think Goros has been with Famir? Probably. Goros sleeps around like nobody's business, dude. Goros is known as the sire of 1,000 young, but the thing that's notable about Goros is it very explicitly states that many of Goros' children are not Centaurs. A lot of Goros' kids are like monsters. No, I don't know the specifics. Ooh. Yes, I actually will take the feather. The feather foe torque is actually really good on Malagor. Famir Matriarch, Legendary Lord. No. I actually would say if... okay, so if I was going to update Norska, I would do a Famir Matriarch, Legendary Lord, Famir Noble as a new lord choice to give us a monstrous lord, and then I would do Shaman Sorcerer Lords, or Shaman Sorcerer Chieftain, or whatever the hell you want to call them, as the generic caster lord. That would be my picks. Yeah, Famir matriarchs are supposed to be, like, ridiculously rare. Malagor. Why did I build this? Oh, because it gives me Bestigor Herds, that's why. Yeah, this makes my garrison really good. Let's do that. You want a demonic longship? You already have that. We have a demonic longship at home. I think Goros is Slaneshi. So none of the Beastmen characters are explicitly representatives of any of the gods, but my general rule of thumb is that if you were to apply them to gods based on their actions and abilities, I would say that Goros Warhoof is the Slanesh character because he's all about hedonism and pride and arrogance. He's the sire of 1,000 young. He's constantly drinking and is like drunk as hell. And he is arrogant in the extreme. And he embraces all forms of hedonism. I would then say that Slugtongue is the Lord of Famine. And I would say that he is the Nurgle character. And that he's literally the living embodiment of famine. Which comes with, you know, insects and disease and a bunch of other nasty stuff. Though he's a very, like, pigeonholed aspect of Nurgle, as opposed to, like, the entire grand cycle. Then for Tzeentch, I would say Morgur or Malagor, either one. Heavily... I would probably say Morgur is undivided. Malagor, I would say, is Tzeentch. Malagor being a super hardcore caster who's a big schemer and wants to bring constant change and ruination. Morgur is more just like mutation embodied. I would say he's undivided, and then Tarux is Khorne. That would be my like split up. But that's totally open to interpretation. What about Khazrak? Khazrak is undivided, 100%. Khazrak is so undivided it hurts. Where should we set up our Herdstone? So actually, one thing you could do here that I'm checking is that you can see how much a settlement is worth in ruination points as a potential blood ground. So like if I started my blood ground in Dringrakaz, it would start at level 8 or with 8 ruin points. But I think we're gonna go. I think we'll take Dringrakaz as our new blood ground once we've got a little bit of income established. Are y'all ready to stomp some Dawi? I want to enjoy this. Slugtongue sounds 100% Slanesh. Why does Slugtongue sound like Slanesh to you? Just because it has tongue in the name? You gotta broaden your horizons, man. CA is producing so much content, I kind of worry about crunches. Common S, don't. I have a ton of friends at CA. They are not a company that does crunch. They are very respectful of their employees' times. CA definitely has problems as a company, but treating overworking its employees is not one of those problems. When can you play the free LC? You can play the free LC and the DLC starting on the 12th. So in 10 days, I think. Does Tzeentch get a lot of power from scheming goblins and Skaven? It certainly doesn't hurt. Oh, it's the 14th. Sorry, the 14th. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the dates. So yeah, sorry, 12 days. 12 days. What about Malal Focus Beastmen? Get out of my chat. Is Ungrel Fourhorn Zinchian? Yeah, you could probably say he's more Zinchian than anything else. Because of his, like, wanting to change the status quo and being someone that's just, like, a constant schemer and is trying to get above the station. I wouldn't say he's super Zinchian, though. Like, it's more like his machinations please Zinch, but I would still count him as undivided. He's not, like... Not every single schemer in the universe is Zinch, you know? I just want my monsters to smash more. I'm not even going to bother sending in my gores. I'm just going to send in the things that hit hard. Sotek doesn't do dates? That's true. Hey, we're having a discount on Cygors. Would you like one? Here you go. Free of charge, no questions asked. Very generous, I know. So, oh, remember, I got that upgrade on Malagor? So now when Malagor's in close combat, there is endless Flock of Doom. Look at this. So as long as Malagor's in close combat, that Flock of Doom goes on forever. It's an eternal Flock of Doom. Isn't it beautiful? Have you ever seen anything more gross? Just still going. Still going. Just Flock of Doom. Oh, I got out of combat for a sec, but now I'm back in combat. More Flock of Doom. Endless, endless Flock of Doom. Does it stack with regular Flock of Doom? Yes. I think. Pretty sure. I'm looking forward to the Ogre Mercenaries Doom stacks. There's actually, if you go to Reddit and you go to the Total War Reddit, there's a highly upvoted post where it's a guy who has a 19 stack of Ogres. Is it a nerfed version of Flock of Doom or the normal version? It's the normal version of Flock of Doom. Do I think we'll get Beast Fiends or Vermin Lords in Warhammer 3? What the hell is a Beast Fiend? Oh, you mean a Storm Fiend? Yes, I do believe you will get Storm Fiends and Vermin Lords in Total War Warhammer 3. I do believe that. Okay, let's get... actually, I want Corruption. I want more magic items. I am a firm believer that we are going to get Storm Fiends. Not everyone agrees on that. I know some people are like, oh, well, that's technically the end times. And I'm like, technically you're right, but I don't care. The Cloak of Unreality. Yes, please. This lets Malagor get this passive, the Distorted Reality, which is really, really good. Moonclaw just confuses me. Moonclaw has that effect on a lot of people. That's kind of his gimmick. Don't even get me started on the dude's lore. Moonclaw is a big, fat, beautiful mess. Beast Fiends like Ogre... Oh, you mean actual Beast Fiends. Or Demonkin. Or Beastkin. I think they're called... I think in the last book I read they're... no, you will probably not see those. The Beastmen Demon hybrid from, like, the South Pole, you're no way you're gonna see those. Zero chance. Beyond zero chance. As a mod, definitely. As a actual part of the core game, no way. Not in a million years. They're so niche. They're so niche. That it's just, yeah, no. Yeah. That would be like, that'd be like saying, to me, that's like saying, oh, are they gonna put in, like, Amazons as a playable race? Like, or, like, Albion? Like, I would put it in the same ballpark. What about Chimeric Titans? I think Chimeric Titans are guaranteed. I think Chimeric Titans were 100% gonna come out. Can we at least get Ograx? Maybe, but I think if they added Ograx, he would just be like a Demon Prince, or a, or something. I don't think he would be what you want him to be. Zero is a big word in this type of game. I don't care. Hi. Hi, you stretching? You stretching? Don't pull any cords out, okay? You know I love you. Huh? You good girl. Yeah. Go back to sleep. You're okay. Alright, let's pay Balthazar Gelt a visit. Do I now have 2 stones? Not yet. I need to perform this ritual. So these are the amount of Herdstone shards I have. This purple thing up here, which I only have 1 right now, and it's in use. So I have 0 at the moment. So I need to perform this ritual, and it's going to give me 56 ruination points, which hopefully will be enough. So perform the ritual! Kaboom! Ah, yes, there it is. So now I have... Oh, dang it, I'm still not there yet. I need to get just a little bit more ruination. But I did earn... What did I unlock? I unlocked an extra army slot, another army, and I also unlocked the ability to... My hordes are cheaper, and I can now improve the amount, the number of giants, bestigors, and chaos spawn that I can field. Which I am actually super interested in that, because I would like some giants for Malagor. I'm also going to need Minotaurs, I think, for his personal quest. Okay. So, this guy is doing a good job just kind of balancing our economy, to be frank. So we're just going to leave him there for a hot second. But on Malagor, I'm going to summon a... Actually, let's do it at my Herdstone. I'm going to summon a Beast Lord. I'm just kidding. I'm going to wait to summon a Beast Lord until I have... 1,000 dread. 1,000's a lot. I'm pretty far away from that. Yeah, let's just... Well, but it's 5 levels. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait. Oh, we unlocked Days of Wrath. Woo! So, Days of Wrath, 10 armor for Minotaurs. It also allows us to get Rampage, which is weapon strength for all monsters and Minotaurs. Rewards of Ruin, which is missile resistance for Gorgons and Giants. Roaming Torment, which is ammunition and reload time for Cygors. And the Kalkengard Larder, charge bonus and Vanguard deployment for Minotaurs. I'm going to go for the Cygor one first, though. Because Cygors chucking rocks even faster makes me a happy boy. What would be the reaction if I told someone that, or someone had told me the Vampire Coast would have been playable back in the game 1? I would have told them they were full of shit. I would have absolutely denied that 100,000%. I would have been like, "There's no fucking way. They're not going to do Vampire Coast. You crazy? Are you crazy?" Do you have any idea how many Charlemagnes that would cost? Where should we set up our next Herdstone? What about Fort Saul? Fort Saul would be kind of a funny place to put a Herdstone, wouldn't it? Just a big FU to Gelt and all of his little buddies. Yeah, sorry that job's not super interesting, my dude, but I need you to stay there because I need money. Though I guess you could sack the, or get some money from this place. See the Great Bray Shaman in action. With the Greater Demons getting AOS models, do I think Bellicor will get his new model as well? Yes, absolutely, 100%. What's the reference to Charlemagne? I'm out of the loop. So, when, back in the day, during Total War Warhammer 1, the first DLC they ever released was, or I think it was the first one, was Beastmen. So here's the Great Break Shaman, for anybody that hadn't seen him. Oh! By the way, I forgot to note, the Bray Shamans and the Great Bray Shamans are color-coded. They are color-coded. So, like, this guy has the Lore of Death, so he's got, like, purple robes. The Lore of the Wild has green robes. The Lore of Shadows has gray robes. And the Lore of Beast has brown or amber robes. So they are color-coded. For anyone that's into that kind of thing. But anyway, so when the Beastmen DLC was released, there was quite a bit of... A lot of people were upset that it seemed to be missing a significant amount of content. And that everyone was like, why is there no Jabberslythe? Why is there no Gorgon? Like, what the hell is the deal with this? And Creative Assembly came out and said... basically, their response was... Well, creating a monster is really expensive. Like, it takes a lot of animations and stuff. But where they may have goofed up in their message is a guy tried to, like... One of the employees tried to be, like, give an example, and he was like, okay, so, like, just putting the Jabberslythe in the game would be the equivalent to the entire art budget of, Charlemagne. Like, the game. The entire art budget for an entire video game. Which is probably true, to be honest. But for some reason, it just didn't get received well. And a lot of people just started clowning on him for it. So a lot of people started memeing, like whenever CA would announce something or talk about something, everyone would be like, oh, well, how many Charlemagnes is that going to cost? Which I'm sure CA, like, got super sick of that really fast. It became a much more lighthearted meme, later on when things kind of, like, calmed down. But there was definitely a while where it was not, like, a hee-hee-ha-ha kind of meme. It was, like... it was a little unpleasant. When in doubt, Purple Sun. What would I have said if I had learned Helman Gorse was going to be in the game? I would have called up CA and told them not to be a jackass and to put an actual character in the game. God, I hate Helman Gorse. I hate him so much. Charlemagne wasn't a full game, it was a DLC for Attila. Oh, well, there you go. I'm so happy that we have Great Bray Shamans. I still want Conrad. I wanted, you know who they should have done instead of Helman Gorse? They should have done the Doom Lord of Middenheim. They should have done Diedrich, or Hellschnitt. Dieter Hellschnitt. Dieter Hellschnitt is awesome. Like, he's so much cooler than Gorst. He rides an undead manticore. Technically, it's a living manticore, but if you're going to update him for the modern lore, I would give him an undead manticore. But Hellschnitt's a badass. And he also eats brains. He eats brains, which is pretty cool. Hey, Gamdolph the Grey, thanks so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Ooh, the Trickster's Helm. Nice. I'm going to put that on my Doom Bull. Let's take Dual Wielder and Bellows of the Discordant to give all of my beasties weapon strength. No, I can't afford that right now. I could upgrade this Herdstone. Nice. Make it really, really tough. Oh, he's already got the glittering scales. I think I'd rather switch those. We'll put the glittering scales on my wizard and let the Gorbel have the, yeah, that thing. Space Atras, have a good one, dude. Hey, Kronz fan, thanks so much. Don't we fight Hellschnitt in a quest battle or something? I don't think it's Dieter Hellschnitt. I think it's just a guy named Hellschnitt. Ah, you're coming out to face me, are you? I'm actually going to retreat because, yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to fight the garrison and an army and another army. I'm Beastman. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use my ambush stance and just get one of them at a time. What's the biggest problem the Beastmen have when facing the Empire in the lore? Guns. Oh gosh, I am congested. Yeah, guns are a significant issue. Let's see, the cost of skill lets me increase capacity much cheaper, no matter how far. Lets me move faster. Bestial. Let's take Runus incentive. Haha, we got the ambush. Here's a fun question. What are the units that the Beastmen, Skaven Wood Elves are still missing? From their army books, nothing? The Skaven are missing a couple of mount options. And they're missing some, like, they're all missing things if you, like, really want to expand. Like the Beastmen, I would still like to see them get the Praeton eventually. But other than that, they have everything. Obviously, they're missing some characters. Like, you know, they're missing special characters. But they have all the generic characters. I would like to see, for the Wood Elves... I think the Wood Elves are done. Except for characters. Even including expanded material. Skaven, I definitely need Vermin Lords and Storm Fiends. I'd also like to see Giant Rats, but I don't know how you could do Giant Rats with the way Wolf Rats were implemented. I really wish they had not done what they did with Wolf Rats. I personally really wanted Wolf Rats to be more like Ice Wolves, where they were larger and they were like a more dense but bigger beast, and then have Giant Rats do what Wolf Rats are, where they're like a really large unit. But yeah. Lizardmen are done now. They just need special characters. I was reading Kislev lore and I came upon Katerin the Bloody and her being defeated by her son Pavel. Is there any more lore on Pavel? Not off the top of my head. I'd have to look into that. Do guns outrange bows in the lore? It depends on the gun and the bow. Grim the Grave DLC, they mixed up the Vampire Lord and FLC. Someone made Gorst the DLC Lord by accident. I don't think it matters, just having Gorst in sucks. When will Drakenfell show up? If Drakenfell is ever playable, he'll be playable with Nagash. Oh my gosh. Please no more lizards ever? How dare you? Marked Bestigors? Hopefully. I mean, we have marked Minotaurs confirmed in Game 3. There are marked Minotaurs in Game 3 already. They're called Corn Bulls. And they are armored cornate Minotaurs with Frenzy. Which is amazing. Oh, you moving? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'll get out of your way. You going? You want to move? You want to go lay down somewhere else? You okay? What are you doing? Huh? Cornatars, thank you! Cornatars, that's what they're called. Cornatars. So I'm hoping that one of the Dark Gods will have Bestigors. I could easily see Bestigors for like Slaanesh or... Actually, I think I would like to see marked Centaurs for Slaanesh, maybe? And then maybe you do marked... maybe Nurgle gets the Bestigors, and then Tzeentch gets, like... I don't know what you would give Tzeentch. Alright, you have my permission to yeetus deletus all of these Imperial fools. Mournfang, Harpies, and that.
When supper! Cavalry! When do we eat? For sure!
Cygors. I've got a feeling Chalkox is going to be a legendary lord. No, I don't think so. Chalkox would be a really weird legendary lord. That would be very bizarre. I do not think the Lizardmen are going to get any more DLCs. I do not think you'll see any more Lizardmen DLCs. I think the Lizardmen may get some, like, FLCs, or if they introduce I'm really hoping that in Game 3, they introduce new kinds of DLC, with, like, I really, really, really want to see a Legendary Hero DLC. Like, please, God, give us Legendary Hero as a DLC pack. Like, just come out and say, hey, if you buy this pack for Legendary Heroes, you get a Legendary Hero for every race. And it's like 20 bucks. But it comes with a character for literally every race in the game. Sold. Instant. Were all the new Lord skill trees showcased? Snatterino, if you go to my YouTube channel, I have a video up called, like, all FLC changes, that has timestamps, and I went through all the characters, to check out their skill trees, and there were a lot of changes. $20 is expensive. Remember, not everyone lives in the US or, Great Britain. Whoa, whoa, that's the first crash I had. Whoops. Oh, wait, nope. Never mind. Wow, that's the first time I've actually seen it, like, recover from a legit crash menu. Huh. You don't care for Legendary Heroes? Well, I don't care for you. So, you know, fair is fair. I love the idea of Legendary Heroes. And I'm not saying that, oh, it should be 20 bucks. Like, maybe it would be better to be like $5, but maybe it has like 4 or 5 characters, and you release them in like a pack. So it's like, hey, pack 1 is like Empire, Greenskins, Vampire Counts, Dwarfs, and somebody else. And then the next pack is another thing. And the next pack is another thing. Is that Italian Spartacus in my chat? Italian Spartacus in my chat? Hold on. I have to deal with this. Hold on. Hold on. Community. Add new. Italian Spartacus. There we go. Problem solved. Took care of that problem. Hey, Italian, how you doing, dude? Oh, Balthazar Gelt is here. Perfect. There. Now he's got a little symbol that appears on his name so I can see him easier. If all the missing Wood Elf Legendary Lords were put in, which of the existing Magic Forests would I put each of them in? If they put in Erloth, I would probably put him... I'd definitely put one of them in Lestria, just to, like, mix things up or something. But, I don't know. To me, it doesn't really matter. Like, all of the Wood Elf characters... Like, there are Wood Elf characters... Okay. Sorry, Chloe just decided I'm leaving. Italian, the ancestral blood traits are old. Those were added during the original Dwarf update, I think. Or maybe they were added during the Malagor DLC? Those have been there a while. By the way, if y'all have not checked out Italian Spartacus' YouTube channel and follow him on Twitter so you can see his sweet gains when he weightlifts like as much as I weigh or whatever the hell he's doing these days, you absolutely should, and you should be ashamed of yourself for not being subbed already. Make sure you support this man. He's beautiful. All right, let's kill some Empire snobs. All your castle are belong to me. Oh, those are spicy towers. Oh, quickly, quickly! Oh, my ogres. Oh, my poor sweet ogres. They are getting a little messed up. What would I like to see is a Warhammer 3 White Dwarf promo. I mean, if they're going to keep it consistent, just keep doing dwarf stuff, I would like to see Joseph Bugman added into the game as a legendary hero for the dwarfs. Harpies! Let's pull our centaurs back. Let me in! Let me in! What the hell? Why is there a hype train? Soltor, thanks so much for keeping your tier 1 sub going for 4 months, dude. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And, Italian Spartacus, thanks for the 300 bits, dude. I appreciate you. Dude, Spartacus, I miss you, man. That pandemic, like, screwed up all the Everchosen shit. And I was so spoiled with seeing you guys as much as I did. I miss you guys. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Arceus Destroyer! Thanks for gifting 6 subs, dude. Thanks for the hype train, guys. I really appreciate that. What is a hype train? It just means a lot of people are supporting at once, essentially. It's a very, very generous thing. That's a big community participation thing on YouTube. Is that... Where the hell is Gelt? There's Gelt. I'm gonna kill Gelt. Cygor, protect me! I'm gonna buff myself, and then I'm gonna smash this nerd. Your war machines can't protect you, Goat! Not from me. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Harpies, dive, dive, dive! Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage. Oh, okay. More Cygors, please! More Cygors! Hey, Pepin, thanks so much for the Prime sub. Jay Reedy, thanks so much for the Prime sub. Sing Hyal Tatico. Oh, sounds like a loserman name. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Bulwark, thanks for the bits, dude. Alright, Balthazar Gelt has been humbled. He's not the Wizard Supreme. I'm the Wizard Supreme. Me, not him. I'm gonna buff myself. Man, you get the Mantle of Gorak going on Malagor, and Malagor gets like, look how fast. Look, he's like Sonic the Hedgehog. I need someone. Look at him go! Look at him go! I need someone to edit Malagor running around on screen. Please, please, somebody get a clip of this and make you know the Sonic Hedgehog song that goes like God, what is it? Is it the... I don't know what zone it is, but it's like the... Like, someone just needs to have that playing when Malagor's just running around. Malagor can fly? Of course he can fly. He's got wings. say that like him flying is unusual for some reason. Come here, Gelt. Come here, Gelt! Ah, I got away. Whatever, he's dead in spirit. That's all that matters. Am I hyped for Seraphon and Soulbound? Yes, I am very... I really want to get into a campaign. I really want to get into a Soulbound campaign. I just woke up. Soulbound, what's that? It's a RPG. Alright, we're gonna put a Herdstone here. Fort Saul is now my Herdstone. Ooh, nice. We just completed some... Oh, +6 armor for all units. Thanks, Gelt. Sweet boy. Primal Fury and Dominate the World. Ooh, we gotta go Dominate the World. 25% less chance to miscast? Yes, please. Is Malagor a good lord now? How dare you? Malagor was always pretty good. Yes, Malagor is fantastic now. I want... Let's see. There's a lot of sieges we're going to have to do, so I'm going to do the Rucking Pits, so we can build more siege equipment, and also enemy towers are debuffed. Let's do... I guess I should start upgrading my actual troops. Let's do Freakish Mutations, maybe, to start. Or should we do the Harpies first? No, let's do Freakish Mutations, because that's for monsters, and I do want to have a lot of monsters with Malagor. I enjoy having him lead a monstrous host. I normally praise CA, but should I praise CA for making someone with wings fly? I would rephrase that as... Should you appreciate that CA did something for free that definitely took development time and effort that they could have just totally not done, because they could have said, well, it's going to cost money and we can't charge people money for it, so we're not going to do it. Because they could have totally said that. Like, you know, it's what it is. Yes, I would like Vile Entropy, and I need another giant. I want more giants. More giants. If you're not grateful to CA, you're a shithead. Well, I mean, you can like be like, oh man, I don't like this, or I do like this, or I wish they had done this different. That's totally fair. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to, like, be like, yes, CA is amazing. Like, you could say, I'm not a fan of X or Y. That's totally fine. But I don't think you should, like... I also don't agree with the idea of, like, looking at something that they totally could have just not done, and everyone would have just been like, eh. And being like, oh, man, I don't think they deserve to be... I don't think we should thank them for doing something. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a rude way to look at it. You don't have to like get on your knees and, you know, kiss their feet. But I also wouldn't be like, here's my thing. Here's my thing, right? I am a deep believer in the philosophy that you should never ever have the perspective of, I shouldn't thank you because I expected you to do that. I don't, does that make sense? Like, the idea of like, oh, well, you were gonna have to do that anyway, so why should I thank you for doing what I expected you to do? That's just a really shitty way to look at the world. Like, if someone does something for you, say thank you. Even if they had to do it. Even if they, like, it's their job, or, like, you knew they were going to do it anyway. Like, it costs you literally nothing to be polite. I still, all these years later, I had a teacher in high school. That I will never forget as long as I live, because he said to me, there was something I did. I fixed, like, my instrument was broken and I fixed it or something. And I will never forget as long as I live that I did something, like I fixed it, and I was like, hey, I did this thing, I fixed this thing, and I was like really proud of having done something that I really didn't know how to do. You know, I was expanding my skill set, essentially. And that man literally looked at me and said, do you expect me to be impressed by something I expected, like, something that's expected of you? Like, I'm not going to applaud you for something that you should do automatically. And man, fuck that guy. Fuck Mr. Talanka, wherever he is in the world. What a bitch-ass thing to say. Like, I was too young to talk back, obviously, but, like, as an adult, man, I would tell him to just suck a dick. Yeah, you attract more flies with honey. Absolutely. Ah, we caught the Dawi in an ambush. Typical dwarfs. Blind. Which Seraphon character do I want to play in a Soulbound campaign? I want to do a Saurus. I want to do an Eternity Warden. MMO Addicted! Hey, thanks so much for keeping your tier 2 sub going for 9 months! Not only is it a stream baby, but it's a beautiful, healthy tier 2 baby. Thank you so much for the support, man. I really appreciate that. Also, Bulwark, thanks for gifting a sub. Thank you. I think I've caught up with everyone else. Not a skink? No. I mean, I enjoy skinks, but, like, listen, I like skinks, but, like, and I think, like, deep down, I am more akin to a skink, like, personality-wise and stuff, but, like, aesthetically, I prefer Saurus, like, design-wise, and I tend to prefer being, like, a melee person in campaigns, or, like, a guardian character. Like, I like to protect my allies, and, like, be trying to body block for them and stuff. Oh my sweet lord! MMO Addicted, 10 gift subs! Dude, you're already a tier 2 sub! You don't have to... Thank you! Thank you. I don't have the words. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I'm not good at expressing, like... thank you. That's very generous of you. Y'all have been... There's been a lot of generosity today in the community. I really appreciate it, guys. Y'all have been absolute sweethearts today. What about Tehiniwin? Tehiniwin's a badass, but you can't play Tehiniwin in Soulbound. I mean, obviously I could, like, try and create a Tehiniwin profile, but I'd have to, like, do a lot of work. What is Soulbound? Soulbound is the Age of Sigmar role-playing game. And it's interesting. There are things I like about it, there are things I don't like about it. It's not a perfect game, but it's also not a bad game. It's just different. I'm playing it as much as I can to try and get, like, a good feel for it and form my opinion on it. I'm not fully formed on it, if that makes sense. I'm still kind of working my way through it. So check this out. I built a building in my horde that actually gives me the ability to do this. So I have Vile Entropy. Watch this, watch this, watch this. So watch their ammo. Watch it. Watch their ammo. 3, 2, 1. No more ammo! So Vile Entropy is an ability you can target enemy units with that not only gives them minus 50% range, but it also reduces their ammunition by half. Ain't that something? Cryotier. Oh, that game. Yeah, I need to fix that at some point. That's nasty. It is pretty nasty. Do these stack? Yes. Flock of Doom does stack. Flock of Doom does stack with Malagor's passive. So Malagor's passive, as you can see here, is treated as unending Flock of Doom, and that is distinctly different from regular Flock of Doom. So you can stack them. Should the Fey Enchantress be able to fly? No. The Fey Enchantress can, like, hover. She cannot fly, though. She's not Superman. She can't be like, yeah, and then she just, like, takes off. The power of simping and chivalry is not enough to take genuine flight, I'm afraid. Is this the updated Beastmen gameplay? It is! That's why the title is what it is. Welcome! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Too many crows? And you don't like infinite crows? Dude, being able to double up on Cygor summons is hilarious. Not only is this the Beastmen update, but there's also ogres. Do you like the ogres? I've got Mournfang Cavalry. Flock of Doom is a surprisingly effective spell. Flock of Doom is a kick-ass spell. So you're saying the lady needs to start an OnlyFans and Bretonnia would just take off? If the Lady of the Lake started an OnlyFans... the Lady of the Lake needs to start an OnlyFans, but more importantly, she needs to sell her bathwater. If the Lady of the Lake started selling her bathwater, think about how many Grail Knights she could just expedite. It'd be crazy. It would be a new era for Bretonnia. Oh, sorry. Lake water. My bad. That wasn't lore accurate. Sorry. I should have said lake water. Lady of the Lake water. My bad. Can I talk about the Lizardman stuff? No. The Lizardman stuff is part of the DLC. I am not allowed to talk about it. And I am not going to violate embargoes. Alrighty. Let's get the Primal Fury upgraded. Yes, I am aware. By the way, for anyone curious, I am aware that Fort Saul was a terrible place to put a Herdstone because it only gives me one slot and I should have 2 slots. But I just thought it would be funny to turn a Empire fort into a Herdstone. Except Malagor and Kairos, do we have any more flying legendary lords in the lore? Dude, there are so many flying legendary lords. Like, are you specific? Are you meaning like not counting mounts? Because if you include mounts, there's just a ton. Yeah, let's give this gift of chaos to Malagor because it gives him missile resistance and melee defense, and let's give poison to. Oh, let's give poison to the Sons of Goros. Also, for someone that was asking earlier, yes, I can apply Gifts of Chaos to Ogre units. So you can give Ogres, like, your various buffs. Did Sigmar fly? No. Sigmar was just a man. He could do what you and I could do. He just hit really, really hard with that hammer. But he did not have magical powers. Kimmler's flying wasn't really flying. It was more... I mean, his cloak basically turned him into a shadow. Which in tabletop basically meant he could fly. Because ethereal... So in tabletop, you have to understand that like the way they would explain the fly rules led to some kind of weird scenarios. Like they would say that all the ghost units could fly... because they functionally could, but they also could just pass through things. So they were like, okay, they can fly. That was kind of the same situation for Kimmler. Kimmler's thing was more that he could like turn ethereal, which by default gave him the fly rule. But Kimmler would not be like, haha, and like just sprout wings and take off. He couldn't do that. Sigmar could fly and shoot lasers from his eyes, and he Sigmar could also clap and summon thunder waves, and he also was specced with extra damage. I don't have an extra Herdstone shard, so we're probably going to want to make this ritual a fairly quick one. Normally, I would really drag a ritual out so I could get maximum goodies. But for this one, I think expediency is going to be the word. Does the Great Brace Shaman have a unique skill line? He doesn't have a unique skill line, but he has unique skills. He gets a bounce spell to summon Cygors for free. He gets a passive aura that's unique to him that lowers enemy speed and melee attack when they get close. And he also has a local buff that makes it harder for enemy wizards to cast and easier for local friendly units to cast. Filedorf. Okay, we're not going to lose any units. So that works. I need money. Give me money. Can Nakai finally be fixed? They did not do anything for the Lizardmen FLC. Ooh, more ogres. We got more ogres. We're going to go guns this time. We're going to get gun ogres this time. Daddy wants some ogre pistols. Can Ariel fly? No. Ariel is... Malagor is the only character in the entire game who acquired ground or flying capabilities. Period. End of story. That's it. Just Malagor. Can Thoric fly? Ah, man, that's the real question. That's where CA failed us. Why doesn't Thoric Ironbrow fly? Oof, jeez, that did more damage than I thought it would. Ooh, Troll Hide. That's not bad. There we go, Distorted Reality. Nice. Let's grab... actually, let's upgrade Purple Sun. Malagor learned fly. Can Cetra fly? Cetra flies in our hearts, which is better, I would argue. I actually want to retreat and pop into ambush stance. A phone call. It's going to voicemail. Let's see. I could buy some items. Where's my... Let's do this. Let's make our Gore Bull get regeneration through Troll Hide. Can I get him a good weapon? Oh, we could get another giant. I could get... Oh, no. I want to save my Dread. Because I can almost afford better characters. We could upgrade our Horde. Yeah, let's do that. Let's upgrade our Horde, and let's get Shatterstone, which is a really, really good ability. Hey, Disco Tartarus. Disco Tartarus. Yeah, Disco Tartarus. Thanks so much for the Prime sub. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the Red Host. Hope you enjoy the emotes and jazz. What do I think will happen to the Southern Realms? I'm going to make a video about it. I think the current plan for the Southern Realms is to do absolutely nothing with them. But I think if I can lead a big enough campaign in the community, then we can do what we did with Cathay and convince them to do it. I'm not being facetious. I'm being genuine. What about the Wargore hero? That's part of the DLC. I can't show it off yet. Okay, let's go ahead and perform the ritual because I want to be able to make another Herdstone. There we go! That's enough. Alright, so now I have 2 Herdstone shards, so I can make 2 Herdstones at once. Which is good. Oh, I can get a 3rd army. Oh, that's right. Let's get that upgrade. Upgrade. Lords and heroes are now automatically recruited at rank 5. Booyah. And let's get a Beast Lord. So as you can see, the Beast Lord has changed very slightly. Which the only change for the Beast Lord is that these abilities now affect his entire army. So Manbane gives the Beast Lord himself 5 melee attack and 10 strength, but it unlocks Crown of Horns, which gives your entire army 10% weapon strength. And then Rune of the True Beast gives you 5 melee defense and 10% missile resistance. And Slug Skin gives your entire army 10% missile resistance. Let's see. Let's do Fueled by Blood. Missile resistance is pretty sexy, but I think I'm going to go Manbane and Crown of Horns. Gargantuan Hooves. Let's take Feasting Upon Man. Dark Apothecary. Unholy Resilience. And Gathering of Beasts. Are the other legendary beast lords on the map? No. They only appear after you confederate them. I think. Because when you recruit them, they start off functionally at level 0. Or level 1. So I'm pretty sure they are not running around on the map. But they do have their own unique colors and factions and stuff. Can Ariel fly on tabletop? Probably. Ariel was playable, what, 6th edition? I'm pretty sure she could fly. Vaguely. No. I want the ambush. Give me that ambush. Yeah. Wow, that... Okay, no. We are not doing the auto-resolve on that. I know Ariel can't fly right now, but should she be able to fly? I don't think so. I think Ariel hovering... She currently hovers. I think Ariel hovering is fine. Can Ariel fly in real life? Of course not. Ariel's not real. Silly goose. No, I think Ariel's just fine. I don't think her flying would add anything to her character. Like, she's already, like, such a large entity, and she does all these crazy animations in combat. And she also, like, runs around easier with Orion if she's on the ground. I think she's fine. Can she fly in the lore? Well, she has wings, so presumably. I mean, the thing is, technically she is flying in Total War Warhammer. It's just that she flies in the sense that she hovers, instead of, like, soaring through the sky really, really fast. Have I seen Godzilla SP? No. I don't know what that is. Did they remove the Beastmen unique forest ambushes? I don't know, did they? Now that you mention it, I don't think I've seen them. That's probably a bug. Wow, that's a great question. Typically you would only get those maps if they ran into you when you were camping. You have to be camping to get a Beastman map. No, I have definitely not played one. I have not played a map where I was in a Beastman Forest map. 100% have not gotten that. Or, oh, no, it's the Beast Pass. You're right. Sorry. It's the Beast Pass stance. It's not the ambush stance. It's specifically the Beast Path. That's why I haven't gotten them. Because no one's attacked me while I was in a Beast Path yet. Okay. So they are probably in the game. I had to think about it for a hot second. What colors are all the Beastmen? Oh, that's a good question. So these are Malagor's. Malagor's colors are, I think, like brown and white. Malagor's colors are like fairly subdued compared to the others. Taurex's colors are freaking wild. You can actually see Taurex's colors if you watch the Hungry trailer. The Hungry trailer was the unlisted trailer CA put out for the ogres, and you can actually see Taurex's color faction where everything is like really red. I think for Malagor though, yeah, Malagor's colors are like a deep brown. I know Morgur's colors are like really pale. So if you take Morgur, all of Morgur's Beastmen are like really like pale white. They're very, very, they look very sickly, which is great. And I don't know Kazrak colors off the top of my head. Just gonna hit that guy with as much damage as I can on his way out. And he's just not taking damage from that spell. He just does not give a flip. Now that we're at the last DLC, what's my favorite DLC of Game 2 and what's my least favorite DLC? My favorite DLC, personally, is Tomb Kings. My least favorite DLC... My least favorite DLC is The Shadow and the Blade. The Shadow and the Blade was a colossal waste of potential. I assume Kazrak kept the original colors? Probably. When's Slugtongue? I don't know, I don't work at CA. I don't get to make the decisions, my dudes. I wish I did. If I was calling the shots at CA, a lot of things would be different. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I guess I would say the Hunter and the Beast is actually the worst. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I would say Hunter and the Beast is the worst DLC. I would agree. The Hunter and the Beast was really bad. Really bad. Like, they brought in Croxgore Lords, which I hate. The Empire side was super underwhelming. Like, they should have put the Celestial Hurricane in that DLC to give the Empire, like, a big hitter. The Empire got units they needed. Like, Huntsmen are great. I like Archers. But I think having War Wagons as, like, the big unit was a mistake. I think they definitely should have gone bigger on that. So, yeah, I would say Hunter and the Beast was the worst DLC. Do I think Dwarfs still need something for Game 3? Fragdar, I say this with 100% genuosity. That's not a word. I say this being 100% genuine. I distinctly believe that Dwarfs and Vampire Counts need 2 more Lord Packs. 2 more full Lord Packs. With Legendary Lords, units, all that jazz. Okay, where do I want to set up my new Herdstone? Oh, I have a quest battle I'm supposed to do. I should probably do that. Genuosity? Yeah, I don't think that's a word. Does Malagor fly? Yes. No one else does, though. Just a lot of people are like, oh, since character A flies, does character B, C, D, E, F, G, to infinity fly? It's like, no, just one. To spoil Altdorf? Should we... Okay, well, okay, chat, hold on. Do we turn Altdorf itself into a... Herdstone, or do we make the Herdstone around Altdorf and then take it from there? Does Tic-Tac-Toe fly? No, he doesn't. Tic-Tac-Toe actually just jumps really well, but the entire time he's in the air, it's just him jumping. He doesn't actually fly. Can the city of Hexwaddle fly? Get the fuck out. Alright, Altdorf, we will turn Altdorf into a Herdstone. You have my promise. I will make it happen. Just for you, chat. Because you're my favorite. And you've never done anything wrong in your entire life. I always hate this map. It's such a long way to the other deployment zone. Alright, Minotaurs. You've been talking shit. Get ready to get hit. Let's get rid of the Cygor's ammo. I'm gonna sacrifice my Harpies because I don't care if they die. I'm just gonna let them go in there and get killed. And Malagor's here. Very nice. What just made the Wookiee noise? That's the giant. Send in the Mornfang cavalry! Let's get some Doom and Darkness up in here. This map gives me PTSD for the Norska Cygor hunt. Yeah, dude. The Norska Cygors, the Norska monster hunts, I think are such an underappreciated piece of content. Like, they're so over the top hilarious. Like, some of them are so freaking hard. Does a Harpy special character exist in the lore? No, Harpies are really stupid. Harpies are just beasts. Having a Harpy special character would be like having a Chaos Warhound special character. Crocscore hero win? Yeah, I know, right? If CA feels like they can do justice to a Crocscore lord, then where the hell is my Crocscore hero? Alright, I killed everything. Where's the... I think an army's gonna spawn over here if I remember right. Memory serves. Is there a Chaos Warhound character in the lore? There is a special Chaos Warhound that was called Red Maw. Red Maw was the personal... What the hell? Red Maw was the personal hound of Khazrak. Khazrak One Eye. Red Maw was like his dog. But Red Maw was killed by Boris Todbringer. But on the good side of things, which I actually, what the heck is going on? There's like a weird graphical bug happening. Oh, it's the oak. Whoa, whoa, Mornfang Riders. Whoa, whoa, what is? Oh, they do not like this map. Oh God. Oh, they do not like this map at all. Oh no. Okay, well, they still work. They just, yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. Oh, they're there. I was like, bug report? Yeah, that's definitely a bug report. That one's definitely gonna need to get reported upstairs. Zero kills, they weren't attacking them. Well, I'm fighting Minotaurs, though. Getting the kill shot on Minotaurs is not guaranteed. So it's pretty finicky. Just do a big fat Doom and Darkness. Just nuke their leadership into the ground. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so the Mournfang Riders, and I wonder if it's all ogres or just the Mournfang Riders, but the Mournfang Riders are bugged out in the Beastmen maps, it looks like. Interesting. Interesting. How expensive are ogre mercenaries to maintain? Very expensive. So Sotek's in the UK. I am not. I am in Texas still. Which some days I'm okay with and some days not so much. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Karanak? Oh yeah. Oh god, I love Karanak. I don't think Karanak's going to be a lord though. I think Karanak at best will be a legendary hero. Let's do sacrifice. Have 3 Minotaurs with great weapons. Ugh. That's so expensive, though. Well, it's not that expensive, but it's just like, I have to go out of my way to do this. Have y'all seen enough of the Mournfang Riders, right? I can get rid of them. Because, like, I'm going to be honest, I don't really like the ogre units. Like, they're cool, but they're really expensive. Like, I think in other factions, the upkeep's not as bad, but in Beastmen, that 600 gold a turn is valuable money. What does the magical skill known as Skill Dump do? That would be a mod that I have turned on. Okay, I'll come back to this in a hot second. It's okay, you can free them? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of them. Don't worry though, I will show off more ogres when we do the dwarf campaign. Okay, accept those losses. Recruit more harpies. Sotek Simp, do you have a thing that we need, like, do we need to have an intervention with you about harpies? there seems to be some concerning situation there. Let's get the Uncanny Senses. And then let's take Weisenberg. Blow it up. Yeah, I'll take that. What's the Dawi Ogre relationship like? It's alright. I would not say it's particular. The Dawi have a mixed relationship with the ogres. Some of them think that ogres are worth the effort, and you know, as long as they're paid well, they're reliable mercenaries. There are other dwarfs that have big issues with the very concept of mercenaries, and think that, you know, they should never hire, especially because ogres are a little bit notorious for being like cannibals. Oh, here's another cool thing. So this building generates dread automatically per turn, but also once you get to level 3 and then to level 5, it gives you a new passive called Cacophonous Assault, which makes it that when you attack, the enemy actually has a timed debuff at the start of the battle that lowers their leadership and melee defense. So it really rewards you for having an ambush army that just like punches them in the face immediately. Alright, so this is the army I'm going to be putting Bestigors in. Let me do that. This guy needs Regiment's Renown more than my other guy does. Actually, let's give him... Let's give him some ogres. Got him some ogre man-eaters with pistols. Halfling race pack win? Great question. Hydrate, thank you. Make Carrick 8 Peaks a Herdstone? Might be able to make... Ooh, God. All this swamp nonsense. Gross. Skaven, you need to, like, pump this place out. My lord. So here are the Ogre Man-Eaters with pistols. So they definitely got a piratey feel to them, but these guys are pretty nasty in close combat. They're immune to sight, cause fear, ogres. They've got really high missile strength, and they've got the Ogre Charge passive, which the Ogre Charge states that if you are ever charging braced defenders, instead of losing all of your charge bonus, you only lose 50% of it. So they are much more resistant to losing their charge bonus than anything else in the game. Oh,
Ungors! Cloven ones! Dark beast! Nassau one man! Slados! Raru!
do ogres have an enemy they'll attack on sight? Not really. Ogres as a race tend to have major beef with dragon ogres, but even that isn't necessarily, like, guaranteed, like, faction-wide. Most ogres don't really care. Like, they're just there for whatever. Ogres, open fire! Oh, got them. God, I hate warp lightning so much. Are ogres satisfying to use? Yeah, they're fun. I'm not super partial to them, but I'm just not a big fan of mercenary units in general. For me, like, if I'm going to use ogres, like, I'm using ogres so y'all can see them. I will never use ogres in my personal campaigns. I don't like mixing my armies. Oh, Skaven and War Machine spam is so delightful. Harpies, for the love of God, get rid of the ranged units. Please and thank you. Sotek's all about that faction purity. Listen, I just like what I like, okay? You can like what you like, I'll like what I like. So ogres can be recruited by every race. The upkeep is the same no matter what, or is it adjusted by race? I believe their upkeep is the same no matter what. But obviously, depending on what race you're playing, the income or the income and stuff might hurt you more than it helps you. Sorry, the upkeep may be more painful with some armies. Like for Beastmen, the upkeep for ogres is very painful because they don't have upkeep. Same thing for Tomb Kings. Tomb Kings do not traditionally have upkeep, so hiring ogres for Tomb Kings is going to be very expensive. What about for Empire campaigns? Yeah, it'd be cool for Empire. I think Empire hiring ogres is fine. Who wins in a one-on-one brawl between Grom the Paunch and Grease's Goldtooth? Grease's Goldtooth by a mile. Grom would not stand a chance against Grease's. Alright, let's go ahead and raise a Herdstone here. Clan Vulcan is dead. No more Lava Skaven. Okay, let's get Fury the Herd up and running. Why not recruit man-eaters when playing? Oh yeah, that's a cool idea. Yeah, I love that, dude. If you're playing RNS Assault Spite, yeah, go crazy on ogres. I love that idea actually. Yeah, if I was playing RNS Assault Spite, I would go crazy on ogres actually. Also, I think for the Warriors of Chaos, I would not mind them. You just pretend they're Chaos Ogres. Let's see. I could get more Bestigors. I could get another Gorbel. I kind of want the Fell Axe. The Fell Axe of the Drakewald. Slap that on my Gorbel so he actually has a weapon. Oh, I could give him the I think the Brass Cleaver. The Brass Cleaver is better off on Malagor because it's more of a buff weapon. That plus melee attack to nearby friendlies. Alright, and then we want... I need Minotaurs with great weapons in this army. Give me 2 more Harpies. 1 more unit of Gores. And... I actually don't really want the Chariot in this army. I'll take... Give me 2 units of Cynagors. Do Chaos Ogres work for Chaos as long as Chaos keeps paying them, and when they don't, they're out, or is it more of a life recruitment thing? Shira, it depends a lot on the ogre in question. Most ogres that sign up with Chaos will usually end up becoming Chaos Ogres. And like genuine Chaos Ogres. Like an actual genuine Chaos Ogre is a ogre that worships Chaos. So like they are all in. They are typically not, oh, nice! We did the 4 battles in a... We did the four battles... Wait, what? Summon 10 units in battles. Current amount, 21. What? Whatever. Let's get the Warherd Ravages. Because that extra 10% campaign movement is really nice. Maybe I need to summon a Manticore, because I haven't summoned a Manticore yet. It's a little weird. Okay, let's get busy building a Herdstone. Bug report? Yep, bug report. I wonder if it's freaking out because a lot of the summons that I've used have come from the item that Malagor has, so it's not like a spell summon. But that seems very nitpicky. But this game can be very nitpicky, so... More items. Oh, the Ramhorn helmet. Not bad. Okay, let's blow up... Oh, wait, no. Yes. Okay, so we're going to turn Altdorf into a Herdstone. So we're just going to kill everything else on the way there. Ooh, the Totem of Rust. That's a really nice item. Let's get Dark Apothecary. Yeah, I do have a full Ogre Q&A series where I answer a lot of questions that folks are asking. You just gotta find the right episode is the tricky part. Oh gosh, I've got so many banners that I actually like. I'll take the Totem of Rust. Okay. And then you... I kind of want to get a Bray Shaman. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm gonna hire a Bray Shaman because I can send it to join my Wargore character. Let's get a 10% weapon strength for Minotaurs. Ooh. Let's send this guy to go hang out with my Beast Lord. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna need more Minotaurs with great weapons so I can get Malagor's item. Because for Malagor's item, I need 3. It's gonna cost a lot of dread. Speaking of which, I need to make space for that. Let's get rid of the shielded gores, and let's pick up. Oh, I did that wrong. Well, whatever. Whatever, doesn't matter. Are Chaos Mournfang Riders a thing? No. Mournfang Riders are part of the OG Ogre Kingdoms, not the, they're not on Team Chaos. They're like actual ogres. The only Chaos Ogres are literally just ogres. Like regular ogre bulls with, they are regular ogre bulls that have different weapon variants. So, you know, you have your great weapons, your dual weapons, and your weapon in, and like your single-handed clubs. That's it. Is there any narration in Thoric's campaign like the Major Vortex campaign? No. It's done like Rapunzel. So, just like Rapunzel, when you start Thoric's Vortex campaign, you, like, zoom in, and he has a lot of dialogue. So, he talks a whole bunch. Yeah. Why do I have moving portraits? I don't know. Because I just do. I don't have, like, a reason for it. Okay, I want to hurry up and get to Altdorf. How are we doing health-wise? We're good. So let's go ahead and do raid stance so I can make some money on the way over. Alright, this dude. Let's do beast pads to... Where can I... not that far, actually. Doesn't look like it really matters. Okay, we'll use the beast paths. Okay. I do need to get a character somewhere who's just gonna like mess people up. Okay, so Carrick 8 Peaks is not a blood ground for this. Well, that's actually kind of a release. But for the blood grounds here, let's do the Winds of Malady, and let's do Shamanic Challenges. Do I have public order as Beastmen? No, Beastmen do not have any public order.